Ala fanya bang hello hello. Ala fanya bang fana fana ning faka noise make back ba microphone or the bali makoy. Does my fan make a lot of noise? Can y'all let me know? Let me know you guys if it's good. Okay. Um let me I'm gonna do me real normal. Baba nyari, how is everybody? Um Nko jumale domiro la fudejo soro domiro earlier aba small bag gambele aba mandinko to wuci kan adako na aba mandinko disrespect kan so malam fo jumala bije no melan ko because mala flat dia lafta mbala ko kachala regardless bari lafta ko kachala nka video play nka audio play sa jali am exactly nimbe yebate menke kan you know um because bari mala phone ko soro let me send myself this hold on. Where did I screenshot it at? Okay, I think it's in here. You guys, 1 second. Okay, nani video did I like long time ago? I think over a year ago. Kabi nani video did I about Domireola. But Domireo APS in calling Gambia problem with. The biggest nafikol Gambia ikabo APS sila kono when it comes to politics. The biggest nafikol Gambia when it comes to politics ikabo APS sila kono. Ikabo APS sila kono. Um, almaje Sidi Njai ba nafike ya menke kanu fo ala security guard fan mem manke fuloti je ake fire ka fe fulol di ala by force state house falan kono the employees all member state house falan right Lamin Jaw ni William Bolta na ble ba ma beke so kono nim pere na ble fama buhu kono falan kala ko nim pere ka dire te kan ne ka do ma yalo parce que boto family si fa kono maybe al bala flow la ba enjoy la anyways so sign um let me even shut down the thing first. Um, Almaja Sidin Jai Menkeka, in terms of state house fund, me alonko the state got sold menyol manke fulol tije. Akafa ye fire ye fulol kije. Why? Because of I'm assuming after election or imang hanyu kudeta or something, you know, I'm assuming one Sidin Jai Bokeka. I didn't follow alas palaso. But anyway, so Domireo, last year I need malbaya kila kotente. Kam mandingkol come not last year man ke manding ka fongote de. Last year it's come shaitan mania between political party la abole ke kanu. That's when I wrote about him. Sanya kata ka Isa Fale support. But the same domiro kabing TRC ba fintika. Because yalan sanya afan ke so bayalti. Bari ala platform ro ni tara je san e baji la ko ayal natalol be bandi je but ni screenshot metam bule ka tanda la ko this guy come from APRC ko la okay dung domiro falang mo me an ko sanya akate Isa Fall kanu to the point that akaka mandin ko la disrespect Isa Fall ko ka mandin ko to tinya Isa Fall ko la right the same domiro kabin TRC ba kekan ikaye Isa Fall nenne ka Isa Fall neng because of Yajimbala Kola. Yajimbala Kola. And by the way, I was sitting in Europe like how many years? Kaiti tablo security guard wala mala do code. Keke namba. So I interview Lesotho with Smile Back Gambia, and interviewing is supposed to be about selling the agenda of selling the agenda of Sobeya. But in the process, anata a bake ka mandinko to for the mandinka this mandinka that mandinko hakabin jawral time mo mandinko malafi modo ke president oti iko dambal be ke president oti ako mandinko fala ni bama ni fama be man ke mandinko ti bugala fi ke president oti so so I don't even think you guys know what the hell you're talking about. But anyway, so sign umi kay ko akay bari usen dabo la musol mu surwalet usen dabo la so kana fan surwa kan la ko faje adingol bu man ka kan fay ka surwa kan la fo ako but hanu fat bojan hold on let me give you alama telephone number ako hanu ha usen dabo mu tribalist ladi but yalla men kan dimi domino nonsense so fa ay men ke bi ndeni mo na tan tele platform do jang isi ta jang ye surwa eba surwal generalize ke be tom fa ka fa surwal man la fini na surwa mbe stop la mbe block la because ndo sonna ya labang because nina song yo nonsense so labang that's me entertaining that and I can never be part of some nonsense like that because surwal be generalized ka lafle tinyala right so nte da kala but ni mo na na platform da falang akaba kala mba jindala mba fly ta kala nte platform because nina ala yake then maybe I did I'm feeling I feel like that I don't know okay so anyways but momo want the tribe for jang we have a right to talk about it for the tribe natari manding call our tribalist what a nisrual be a tribal group clean nak natari manding call our tribalist then manding call the tribalist le tambi surwala ni surwal tribalist it's a tribalist le tambi manding call and be tala tenne thing when it comes to tribalism natari tribalism jikol ba manding call la what a nisrual be kan killing why do you guys think so banning UDP man cannot killing it's because of tribalism mandinka versus surwa kelo kona jël kabing attack ning ST mandinka mandinka ni surwa kelo a stupid to the point that ni attack ni ST la sol kanana ika jël ikana ika topiko nati jang nga hani attack ni ST la show momo mu real gamino fonti imu gamin tonya gamino nte fe attack ni ST la music go ba like le ba enjoy la ni ma enjoy nte fe man ke real gamino nte fe ni mu real gamino te attack ni ST la music go ba enjoy le ba like la domiro la ko ka akacha fo it's a waste of time to be honest you know bari amal balatale amma fallon nin ke kanam ba pabi koto malan ko iba Europe how many years iman kaito di no fanna ito ko ila problem be mandin ko let ike kanam ba bina internet to be mandin ko to be mandin ko ka fa ite be mandin ko le to tale be tinyala for no for what konta for now I'm 100% okay with I'm 100% of course better la fake account kono wo be ho mbole kle ba ma ba be ka so kono anyways so this useless mother Buddha Farago, Alia Jelde. So the reason lafta katanda le kabura APRC le. APRC manding call, not APRC. APRC call. Iko leje dambale ka kanyi kana internet kono. Anyway, but manding UDP is a tribalist party. Manding ka this. APRC dambale kake. Whether APRC mandinko lembang APRC jola lembang APRC fana lembang like this ni mo buda farengo o APRC fulo lembang APRC ko dambale kana internet toto ika hani ka mandinko tota ika lafle ka tinya why because of hate in manya the same domiro ayala ko ha mandinko le ko kude start Gambia mandinko le ko kude start Gambia ya dimbang kay ko 1981 coup d'etat ni jola la start The second coup d'etat ning, yes, more sana sabali wall, aning was the something hydra. They started it, but who led it? A Jola called Yaya Jembe. The same Jola Buddha Faran member dialect and Kavko Mandinko like a coup d'etat start. Gambia. At the color president, naman if sana sabali manta ayo what do you call it? Bunduk what do you call it? The barracks. I forgot the name of the barracks, right? But Domiro, obviously, mo me anko, ite sama political platform ora, ite nyanda kataka so be ala agenda wafi. Konta fo mala why mo men ye ya so be ya me isa falta na nen, ay isa fal nen ne for the sake of ya jembe. Sany mo ka so sayal bole use that to sell Sobeya's agenda. And while he's selling Sobeya's agenda, he's focused on commanding call nengje, commanding call disrespect in the process. Billaw wala tay momo bo live vote fa because the formal la ning kachala unless ala audio from ba play ka because nimma play la ata understand bil alba mi ban nonsense diamo dambal billahi wala tala I wish more audio so I didn't na audio na mobile because kababa ni nonsense so kan bijelo nung bari I was so shocked what this guy was saying mba respond kon comment section ko nyata ka record I wish na record amu fana olti bara mala fana ya kanu because ni brada men ya kanu if you're proud of yourself you're not going to worry about other people dung manin ka president aba continue la kana Gambia alta buno la je domi rew ni manin ka president ya wala be kam faka nana yemol bute get it back in blood nana yemal bute ye la kane nana yena e gamino mandin kol be bute ya yena e take leadership okay ni sakino ete man ko how many years ba siri Europe e man kayto dino e fanna security guard e ke kana mbay ba ko torin ko mala mu security guard wala ta do ko because because the way you're a hater one ba follow security do ko si fala because you're a hater na pera ntete killa fan domi rew la de parce que manke domi rewti parce que Gambia ita Gambia kanu no le man tribal be kanu Gambia ite fan kil no ita fal no nte man Gambia kanu because Gambia ita Gambia kanu no le man mo be kanu member Gambia nin si fasan e ka fanyal man ko si fatan so or whatever nin yebate member Gambia kono between manin kol nin surwal nin jolal a anin fulol a ya jambela nati bankoto a ungrateful president o melon ko sana sabali maninka kewal wale tata ye they were brave ye kuke ya taya diala as a jola man among gal jono fenna foka gal fa ke tinya ka sana sabali ka dindi prison ko ne ka fe ka ala ke ya ka tinya who's ungrateful is it the maninka in this situation nko domiro la audio moma aba momo bulu a please I drop nyo bang parce que lafta play lale because it's like I understand because something alba miracle I'm just ranting oh Sana Sabal is full okay that's what's up shout out to him how about Hydra is
Yes,
Hydra Mandinka
yeah, Binta, abenya bi find the recording.
Mbijang kata
Nango, ala audio kina ngena bang wallang ala FAD
Atam
not
bulu
ala
I
ready.
wish I have it I don't ma record because the comfort kababa nonsense ga comfort na comment section ko na mo be nyin gal fa ya record ma record audio batala umi
Okay.
dem mala bulu because umi live would I can hold them but now umi live would dilan
No, but in Basus, maybe the Mulba record the first one. I'm in call Ninda Minembe, at the Betiala de
na
Sister
ama
Go,
mon
you know.
nende but ako ha mandingkol kabi sava jawra time wa halifa sala wal mankeno president oti because mandingkol ko dambal ba
Hmm?
kala president ako hani mandingkol lafte ba mani fama ke mandingkol ni ba ni fama ke mandingkol ito sonna right
Alo
or
kumo uli alti hasidi ala wadi, you know. but yala ne no jaw yala like you understand sister you father staring bang with one right now here
aba
remember
New
find out
York la New York amang kay soto ala bula ay na yaba ala fa inte ko ay na fang ay ko la jibe fonta sila na high school science na high school ka fo gale ko you know what gamen do bi jala ka men buda fana fana gamen no pamba fa fana fana gamen no bi ala fay gambe fa ay tala fana fana ya fa sa gambe ba
no yeah no your sister abatal mbaga sino ko ngolo bala you know
ke kanam ba melan ko lafta attention la bari attention abu ka soto na fambul ke
yeah
kanam ba te ke ala jibe na pere sain ay yaji mena talo be bonda la pejo tole ka fantan ka to make it seem like like say ate mu pure sobealti but ite sobe an kol tane ke nen e ke isa fan nen e ko mena tiara si yaji ma ko so say tale sobe ala fasarati ite man sobe ala agenda wafino fo ka fo ko mandinkol ha ni bama manke mandikol fa manke mandikol bugo so yeke president fo aram baro bama manke fulot
mhm yeah among gamel street la wala na maybe that among gamel street long among gamel F15 la wala na so wala na ko fo you know you understand
ngo surwa musol fo aram baro tom mom pour like president aji yem seka from UDP
yeah yeah
UDP
among gamel street
UD,
long
UDP
exactly
ila at least ila biggest phone call ila musol mem bije men ka leading ke
mhm
musurwa muso fula musol wolle ka UDP
mhm
lead
exactly
hani ni intendo jang UDP la biggest platform jumal ka yele fula musol en fulo
mhm mhm
bari bita wo platform otole ye fem fem moy je bina ba fala mandin ko lening
mhm mhm comme hasidi
dun
yani
nin
jawe ala
jiko
like
APS sin kol le kanin jiko ke APS sin kol weden imu APS fulolti imu APS jolalti imu APS surwati APS sin kol le kanin jiko ke kabin yaje ba Gambia aba mol fakan jola musigo la everyday GRTS alma fo mu travel fa fomo muna ba ibe fem follow ko ba
no ya
muna
yalan
kabin yaje
binda yalan binda you know ñu fana ñu sulu so ngame amanke e APR so ko fana be di mi lalan ko jolal fana be you
itella
understand
APS sin kol le kanin
amanka
jiko ke
amanka be di agila jolalu you know jolal mo kende balle di
nim
you
ko manke
understand
jola problem ni manke jola ko ni mu
yeah
sign time ba fana buda fa ni manke this is nothing jola fa because
amanke
jola ma
jola promo la
ninka sign thing
sister ina promo
yeah
la yes sister ina promo la
amu
for sure
amu
yeah
surwalti amu fana ulti and he's a loser abuko fana anyom fana maneri ngofala anyom hanif ni fana yo sluwo soto fana suñu amé buki lo nga ñuro yow ñaaw ba bëgga dé man xamna fana yu baat te yow doo mën a ñëw si diggante fana ak ñun doo ko mën a def parce que
yeah and then
fana
fala
yëpp
sare nga
dofuñ comme ni yow
ndel nga fana mi na side ma fa wala ko do so ñala ke baak bu tamon na yeah
what the fuck is ako duta sunya what are you talking about
yeah
nko
wala mo badan nga di zol
nko
yeah
nte I grew up nte mbama wala side murtani opposite la sokon fana soling on the left side fana soling on the right side fana soling telen dindingol men kebata are all fana
mhm
bari ite fankili nola gambe iko e gambe kanule bari ko ite tribe be kanula muna way sense make la ba
alan
foy
sense
sam be
me
kanude
oh exactly on to nyali na yeah sister ina agenda nyin ala agenda you know mala mina mala agenda le but for so ni ngala audio fon la mo ya ko mala bagale for so na try pen for me alam is very bad but ndema la mina I don't know why these people ni na le platform de because fence de info la man ko mandin kol you understand mo jama fana bi jemi la lon ko fo man ka fo ya usen dabo la musul be mu sur wale tifan anin jola musul wa mu
waya
sur
fala
wale
fan ka o mi fon ya fala akay do mi rew akay ako usen dabo stabilize bara akay ko usen dabo la musul I believe ko kilo ngob jolate I'm not sure but akay
yeah
surwa
yeah
musul so not a travelers le mati aba mandin ko la futura
mhm
right so then ako hani he still believed Usain Dabo is tribalist. But yalante
okay
mema the ni na to fay ko Usain Dabo is tribalist. Nti I don't care about that. Right? But why do you have to put mandinka sauce? Why do you have to do that? Muna game bita nyato lo bang if mtefalang kana surwa jola like muna life
ya
game bediala ba nim ko
ana
mbeko ke
diala
ba.
ya ji binda wanti be Gambia APR sin ko man ka beti de believe be bulu ko wa wolon lo ya usine da wala ya ji me remove banko kan wala believe betel block kono yana san
Momen
yana
ka
san
bandi momen ka carte sunya usen daba bulu momen ko e criminal me anko aka carte ta ka sunya usen daba bulu criminal me anko aka molta ke fan tela hajle ba wokan ngo APS in call fon la kita la pati fon ba hansa aba registering pati me an kanya ka banne usen dabla fon ko pati kan iso ke bula je wonya ma dron because ya je me menke PPP wala aning o je wala pati usen dabo malla fi the same thing ne repeat comme so comme ke jo wana usen dabo ko ako iso ke ali bula dre la pati ba fale fam bul wonya
bara aji fa binda wanti fan kam lo ya usine da ko bari asma bulu prisno kono ako ata yam fara ya jemme mal fon alo to fon public afo akada fon akada yam fara wo fon nyande APR sin ko understand ba nyande ki mako ba ko anything because lo ya usine dabo kabra lo bulu prisno kono nyama ko le ata ki nyawnya ako ayam fara ya jemme mal APR sin ko ndima lon amanka be fanandi APR sin ko tuningo mi alon ke man faham baage e man understand so wala ka bula loya usen dabula ka ki travel so do wasifa den ka ka quota ki fam
itelle form tribal soti
amanka
domiro
be fanandi
ning
de
itelle
yes
momo ke dale from APRC eka fako UDP ngol mu tribalist solto o mandingol mu tribalist e telephone mu tribalist domiro mu tribalist lati domiro amanke atomanke domiro ke amanke dinkende defang parce que te fan ke la domiro la to ko imam mala fi mandingol muna way sense meg la ba mbeba sa te
alo
kele
de na ka mala mandin ko la fa dinna jela ko be ko son dolo mandin ko le so nimbuko so wala wasifa den kan wala trap ta ka di mote wasifa den because no mo wala share di moto rek no fana ko findi kam la ngai di mo ngai tin la ko ni yo ay not ni na so wala na so ka be ngai give life okay gan sister ina ko wala
konta fama I don't even mala fi
ko
live
ngabe
phone
Europe
kala
fana jam
utara
Europe
audio
la ngol bela non ngam abe Europe le non to non ate betala non abe diala back telephone because of jam modo lo jang yeski jibe ya ne wala fem fo siye jam mo le jibe ngai free je sai jam mo le step dala orabi sai ngabe ke jam ko nek you understand so sister yin anyanta kalan kala fon la foku molong mandingol manki flon di mandingol la salo banko kam mi jirjo la mandingol di so mo ni be political party o party support no problem si je support no bala mandingol kan lidul wala ina ne be ko manulon tala ba fala mandingol ma kete ne wala ke di mod for that comme ite mo se no banko kan bar mo mo
ngo
mandingol ni be ko
pati
sina
man sora gambe fa mandinko man tari dame fa
exactly
pati la ba game me anko mandinko daman tari jeba
ati o padi tije ko ni aje aje me bi mulo aje me ko e mandin ko la yaje ko
Fatma
ya ke
Fatu Bojang number nin fenting
you understand
3400703. Sorry, when the number in the Fatu Bojang. Fatu Bojang, the number is 3400703. Are you there? Do you hear it? I'd love to add that's the number.
you
Fatu
understand
Bojang, are you still in the live?
ni aje bi mulo afla yaje me ko mandin ko la yaje me sura on everything la ka everything ka semen tu ka ko beti o bango ka
Nko,
you understand
yalo nte weekdays nkata mbama side la farafanya nung, right? So, weekend on kata mfama side, right? For mfama side. Nko hani suruwa mbama side yes, je suruwa fana le je domine. I mean mbama side. Mfama wala side. Hani suruwa sukling o fulo sukli tata je abe mu mandinka swolati bala because it le farafanya lo it meta jail, right? Nko 1996 I remember this. Man fode kuna belo ne bari ntella suwo kono. Na konyo na o dulata je fode kunda fonko de. Na onko la bidiko to. I remember yaje mala ba announce kan wolto ko yaje mala winter, right? UDP call ba for guarantee that UDP le winter, but at least wo fode kuna ntana yaje me yolo support. These are pure mandinkas. They were happy when Yajame won. They were screaming happy.
yeah
During Jawara
yeah
time, Jawara the biggest opposition was that guy, the Diba guy, right? Jawara biggest opposition was a what do you call it? A Mandinko. So nothing Mandinko bukala fila nothing Mandinko selfish tale, Mandinka fasara da mela tole kala. Then why would a Mandinka opposition go against Jawara? Isa fal funga ya dala ko. Ako maning ka dol ka kamfa nung loya jawara kananung sirip diba? Ako maning ka dol ka kamfa sirip diba kananung because position Jamal Bijenung aba surwalal bulu from Banjul. Ako because Banjul ko le gana karanta nung. So
Exactly,
the
yeah.
the only gam maning ka kurung president melong wala what do you call it? What's this guy's name again? Baro.
Baro.
Baro is more than kurungoti when it comes to president. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is tribalism? Tribalism is a systematic form. You have to have power and oppress other people for you to be a tribalist.
Yeah.
You have to have power, just like let's use Sirinja as an example. Sirinja power ba bulle, aba manding ko deny kam power la, akaba di kam flow dambala. That's what you call tribalism. Nindo ko man mang surwal like. You cannot call me a tribalist unless I have power and I'm oppressing them with that power. That's what you call tribalism.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wish I have I wish yeah I have what's his name? I had his audio. I wish use yourself as an example about tribalism. I already did, you bitch ass nigga. Because some of you guys don't know what the fuck tribalism is or how it works. It's a systematic form. Ikunteru mbuko malamu.
Ya
Al
ya
berek
ya
li
jamme ya
faradingon.
ya
Al
jamme awlo
berek li
course no
faradingon.
wata no.
Momo
2026.
hatati. Momo hatati. Ika wani tribal hate for no reason. Ita kala chapan dem te dunya kono nso fale. Mota
Yeah,
lonna
pulgola rek
ita
no. Yeah.
chapan dem ita
Pulgola
soto.
rek.
Domiro te kala chapan dem ni mu security guard te keke namba how many years ba Europe. How many years ba Europe ni fama wol mu fulon let. Imang keno chapan dem te namin ka security guard wala tele dokot. Ita me fan sama no dulat because imo hate talati.
Yeah. Alabo sister nyenda ton kula le. Na bala politiko kala sama politiko keno bala manin kul bula. Kama nin
No,
kul di
aman
no
ke
ke di mo.
sister man ningko domiro lo banon sa soke kan. Waya
Ah,
oba man
domira.
ningko defend kan nung kaba aba man ningko defend kan nung kabing domiro bal non sen soke kan.
Ito man domiro fong. To si fal fong. I don't know.
Aman ke domiro fangot. Parce que do muna nek do muna ko sa bop so nek yo domiro nga. Ku nek nga nop nak si rew bo non. Si nek domiro bu ba. Yo domiro bu ban nga den. Domiro bu ban nga nek lo domiro bu ba de. Domiro bu ba ku nek la mo nop si gambe bobu non. Tribe mooy the last thing boy lifin. Ndani EPS jolal ya majane na ke jane fadia da fasabt. Bojang ko nang kamando la bante jes kanon tame jolal fang I was ntame ama melam fa na realize ko man ko len na ba nekare ntame ni jolal fa ba
Number
nekare bar
no.
man ko len. No, because na ka konton je bojan ntame jolal len so ntame ni jolal ba nekare the whole time de bari jolan things but I just learned the other day that jolan te man ko len. But
Yeah,
because I'm a bojan, then I'm a bojan jola. So I think I'm a fun of oh ning jola kana futu. You know? But jolante,
but it's
man ning ko
normal,
le tama ning jola
Normal,
fa kana futu.
maningkol ni jola la
Like
fangala
I
fudu
don't
da because ebi mo kilongol di nila system mo jibe maningkol ni jola wala kilongol di no you understand
na
wala
pe
la
fang
pol be
na surwal fong na nyoka nta fong fe ni surwal fong nyoka no le jama jama. Nto outside of na friend jamal ka surwal. So why is it that ni politiko na drong ba fala ko ha? Yes, Africa kono tonya mo jamal bije they vote based on a tribe or based on a mole, right? And it's a bad system. It's a horrible system.
mhm
I accept that. But
mhm
I don't think it's okay to just like to try to single out one tribe and just mention their name like as if they don't have feelings. So
yeah
I'm just mentioning Surwal Keretan, Surwal Keretan, Surwal Keretan. It's like people have feelings also. I shouldn't be doing that.
yeah for sure you are right yeah so mulka
Like
ke
I
do
don't
bi
I think we need to even
do
have a law. I think we should before what Mombuka son in the fang. I like freedom of speech, right? But now I think that we need to have a law. Momo but tribalism tanka iba promote kan pulka fitino come fit me anka sa fitino keno bankodo. They should charge them. I think maybe they should have a law like that. It's like maybe then
yeah
nin
you
diamol
you
bas stop lal.
Nyanda ka luwa ka dibbe bari yalla ne man son ka ke je because of me no bero MPP ngol fon ka balu wala ka balu wo sifa la ni travel ci jemol tenti you understand ka balu wala dina wala ne ka lo public avo ko han al kete tin lo ya da bo kete na sere tin pour ka gambelu da ke confuse you understand ke je o jem si wala pour ka gambelu la manta ke posin you understand wala ka kuma kan wasi ka di lun tangal la lun tol mi alon ke beso bango kan ka fe ko nyum pati kari e man la fa le ma je baba ja next time fa for fa ala platform do abe barola mitunga kayiti ni sudol la ko ni si kalman la fa la o si fa de yim political party kalman la fa la andu dalla miro je daga appoint ko mi UDP mo ni ga party le andu UDP
Hold
yo
on.
si
I'm strong. I don't even know. You guys, some of y'all be on fake accounts and we want to argue with people. So it's like, but let me block you because I don't got time. Some of y'all be on fake accounts. Some of you guys are not gangster. I'm like gangster. I'm like chopping them. Alabama na alpha. I'm like chopping them. The one I can dingo so the man ko I'm like chopping them. Talbuka han. Ninte na malbaya. Ang kana na sinakete mo ba na bintal ba malbaya. Aka malbaya ka aka dun fake account. What is that? Ba be
yim
kasi
feka kan do
paranoon.
na ke no ko le
Ko
le yalla
alba
be man
be kasi paranoon.
o bindo lo kan le video it's not easy but anything so Gambia, she be kind of Gambia, you understand? So ka UDP party gibe nyami, ka fo loya usen dabo maninka. Andu nyaje nyiri ka maninkol fa manin kiru ka bino, e ka be ka UDP la kama loya usen dabo. Only that, wala ne ka maninkol den tendi. You understand? Because ya mila message out na Gambia banko kan before 2016, message out na Gambia, but still na mulfu na bulata na. But ajibe, mo ka maninkol ne platform mo de amara be ka sima, ande ka mil belo be faral. Ande ka mil belo, ul be faral do. You understand? Ngaman dolo wo kama lingol ning internet lo kona abe India yo ngamo ile pampa ngi nya kile nga sa ya to la fada you understand ma je man do fana bi banjul no fana man lingol ne banjul je ka fa fo juana ba man ne man ka fa kala ya bari ya fa da ka ko ide balu lay no para ko go fana fa le ibe tol bi jane no se tol be fo no won bayon bala jibe mo mo man lingol ne amare kala banku ka fa le abe kam le dunya ko fa abe ka walo fa je ka je pam sa rina ka fa
Yeah,
ya to mala mino I don't know
mama, then maybe mal for you can you do a moldo kafante. I don't
no
like that anyway.
no jang saya wala na kebaron do afu ngako ko saya mo man ko nga dango do ngato nga ko do la banda ngako woni jang ablambul aba kulne
Anyways, y'all remember I don't believe in Kamol for unnecessary, right, buddy?
no saya
Uh
wala de yalla mo me siena nga makolo ko bayda alam folo la alo lo ken chosa lo ken ibika tulun siella siel bika nyolen jola man ninga bebe siri nyoko na be kulle be finding anything no problem
I
you
think there
understand
should be a law. I think law nyanda kasoro tunya, yeah.
ha bare mo yake ya bu ya tatinya wala o drono solution de te bika fu mo kamburu de mo ro da shi bana shi ne rekino ala to ko to na kondo rek soke wala mare soke abela min de soke no han mo wa fa na ko la ka no so amare ka tale akiyama la sen yake banjuna la sen malam fe abdo mo la sen banjuna ki jeng bare ya fa ele de fo yala e ka ko me bro de balu la survive bara satale o sango fa ta sa fanda malom be India fana the same thing ay man ngol ne na ama wadi mbi jande yanku male ko longo asimu sabala nka amina ka ko boy sa la asimu sabala
Yeah,
anga ko mala fa
the thing is, I don't support Mandinga come over because you're more than I don't support that.
ani no yalo
But
ne no maka be nyando
tofa,
bayla yalo ni
uh,
dinda this is very fine comme inde ni ka mo la siene nga mo ka wili kama ka sacrifice kama ibe min kala yake you understand sai woti kene sai ni mo la siene rek mo ka wili kama le
hindi
you understand
billahi wallahi tala nyana maso na hat phone kono ka African siota ke generalize ke neng maso na hat kono because at the end of the day nte Africa bele phone kono ni sa jote no ne neng ne this yeah but maso na hat phone kono ka sio beta ka generalize the only group that nang kan
yeah
count ke generalize ke neng wala tubabol as a race.
mm, yeah for sure
Tubabol as a race. I'm guilty of that whereby be generalized like ne be neng as a race. I have done that, yes. 100%. I can't deny that. But I don't have it in my heart. There's no tribal man ko ni wadin ko na fang love the video that ka Cape Verdean call attack over Manjako how they call in the people in Cape Verde, West African, or they call them Manjak.
ke val bal binda na mo
That's what
la
I'm
wala
saying.
mina kala wala
Na Cape Verde call for the Yabatalde. For Molo.
mina ke
Because remember the West Africa, They call them manjak.
Yes.
We don't consider ourselves Africans, but manjak number one is a tribe. Manjakol
Yes.
is a tribe number one. Number two, what is and then they're using it as a bad thing. They're not using it as a good thing. So what's wrong with
Yeah.
being a manjak number one? Nothing. Manjakol are normal human beings. I'm 100% sure Manjakol as a tribe I would even say Manjakol as a tribe would probably be better than them because Manjakol are not generalizing them and they're not doing that.
Binda ni dara keval fanje kevade no fama manjako le keval fan kredi no ni dara sito jibe kevad
Ke
se
vodka
manjako
morphing niente je ke morphing ka molkli manjakla ke vankol morphing ke kli manjakla bari they use it in a negative way, not in a good
ya
way.
mil koida mil koida ne wol man real kevad wol ma mixol le no kevad you understand but
They're
you
a
know
mixture of Portuguese and Senegambians. They're a mixture of Senegambians
yeah
and
he mixed
Portuguese.
basele mixed le fosso ya
No,
kevad
they
gi kevad
no kabin tubabole slave volta be transport kan they went to for the Portuguese, right? They went to Cape Verde. It was one of the camps to transport. So the ones that were left there are the ones that are became Cape Verdeans. They're mixture of Senegambians and Portuguese. They're mixtures
yeah
of us and Portuguese. What's up,
exactly
Kalojila? Ibanyadi.
Yeah, man, Binta ko nyadi le, you know.
Bijang wallahi do mi rew la wala bang kam fa kam bi atele ba man ka to bundika a berekli fara de ngoko.
Domro mo ni ka mo ni. Amo
but
ni.
binda ala nickname mo fo don
Ako
ato mo ni an nickname mo fo ba
nyina tala real to
Ang ko
fongol.
nyadi le, Domro.
Ako kabin
What?
jawra time o ha man ko lafta fat bojan na hold on fat bojan na number nim for na long ago mamme but hold on let me say it again.
but some
um
nada nga tolong abra da min do everything in
nah
but some
I used to know his name nyina tala hold on let me give this to
No,
fat
no,
bojan one second.
no, no, no. I want to know
Okay, hold
Domro
on, you
ni
guys, hold on.
si
Fat
pa.
Bojang, this is the number. Can you write it down? The number is 3400 703. 3400 703. Fat Bojang, that's the number. So hopefully you got it. 3400 703. But yeah, ako jawra time mo. Ako maningkol ni bama ni fama be manke maninkodi. Ibuka la fiye ke president oti. Ako wana Halifa Sallah wol manke no president oti. So same thing. Atara small bag Gambia ka isa fala agenda wafi. But in the process, ako usen dabo fala mo tribalist solti. Umi kaya ko ba usen dabo nasa tribalist so mate ata abo maninka musol le futula. Ako hani wo usen mo tribalist so. So abo maninka man sauce every 5 seconds aba sauce. Don't buy sauce. Don't wax pana. Wala. Don't
Yeah.
wala
yang
pana.
sai
Luta
Alright.
sauce. Are you okay?
yang sai mo man ning
Right.
kon ne no
Yeah.
Dengan abra
Okay,
APS sila.
Binta.
Temen kaka abra APS sila. I isa fal nenne over ya jame
Okay.
because of
Yeah.
TRC. So I can't so be outside.
Right. Binta. Yalong Domro wol. Imang Gambia la history lo ilafta mole na Gambia la history fo yena ya understand mo ne be kele. Ye Gambia be imbata min kono surwal le Gambia bula imbata kono. You
Can
can
I generalize?
understand.
Can I
No, no,
generalize?
no, no, no. Let me say this thing clear
No,
here.
because yeah,
Nyanja. No, listen. Nyanja ya fo elefa. Akoy ko. Alde sunna findilal. Albetara duku la banjun na ma fa on la ya understand. Nyilbe en kilo be ga ni winin ko wato minna. Ale nana ali ya fo atle tam ko be. Nyanja ya fo very clear.
but you
You
know
can
what?
understand.
You know what? Me, I don't support is
No.
generalizing the whole tribe. I don't
Okay?
support that.
No.
You know?
Yalon domure woli e kam min foten kafu ko jawra mandin kolino jawra man mandin gata. You understand? Okay? Jawra la government kono nitala jibe is a full of mixture. Me yalon ka
Isa
bije
fal
because
fanya fala
jawra la
ako
vice
surwa
president
jamale
you
position
understand.
also da
Seku
jeno from
saballo.
Banjo.
No, exactly. Jawra la vice president is a Seku Sabali. You know, ikanyi Oje Jallo mu wol mi jije. Oje Jallo wol Oje is a agriculture minister. You understand? Ni be man call for Jawra la ministry positional one. Maybe Bibi Dabo wol le fola. You understand? Bibi Dabo wol. You understand? But Seku Sabal wol be fulo lady. Oje Jallo wol be fulo lady. yeta you can name them suruambe jawra fona man sekunda kono I have the list here
ko isa fal fo ya fole isa fal fo ya fole
you understand okay yalon yen problem o jele ñim problem o mamanta wado minna domre wol malo munebe kere jawra wole ñim banko kelele em banko fintindi ate kam min fote niaja halifa salle man son halifa salla wol nin communism system wol la fanala banko kan yalo ise politique jawra ko banko mole ko almani man kafa akoy ko ñili naliya la banko cikal ya dila mola musuta kele la musuti so kebali ko dila okay so bari itali domre wol itali yamira komin ko ye dale soto ye diamol no ni diamuta banko diun be lamoyl bari man gambia history long yaje wato dol ni be dunna politiko funan kono you need to do the research maybe ni ma research franke kebal nyinin ka miliyalon ko kununu ye politiko kalamuta banko kan ye do fo ye politiko kono kununu politiko tambi nya dile banko kan wo banko kan binta mol nyinin ka jawra la family member solino abuga som pour ye na state house aka fo ko nyindula manke jawra kundati nyindula mansa kundala dulalti abuga som pour ye tani
jawra na dingo fo jotete men na fan did you I think no so be an ko le fo yo fo I think
you know these people
jawra dingo eko let me add this one
binta let me say this binta you know binta if jawra is selfish nin jawra selfish ta binta bi barajali malum foy barajal lo ne jawra boda dami yalon dia c'est tout barajal ya understand dia c'est barajal subato anim barajal sunnu okay nin jawra boda barajal sunnu do nin jawra selfish tanu barajal sunnu to la bañim ba aba bridge lal abeje bridge lal ata ferio kala jabe aba bridge lal anim para secondly na selfish ta don ni no abe bunjawn lek lawdulado wodulado by force binta people will come to the people mol mina barjal by force because munekera abe domro left sono yand lawdulado ye jawra jele jawra e min keno ni sidolia a president manna ni banko kan folo mi ya keno because jawra to nyalo mannin kolon okay bari ni da jawra cabinet kono jibe surwal nim folo leje dominate maybe ni be man ko fula je mi yalon ka jawra cabinet dominate wom bibi dawo damaneti bara borum bibi dawo be man nga jumal lond la education minister
can I add this I want to add
yeah,
this
you can
continue,
add it.
right I want to add something
Okay.
you continue, right okay jawra dingo wodingo mun tala best friend to know that was comprehensive so ning so be a member dole be diam ngai ko mbo explain kay ngai keba jawara ngai wot moy la sokona ke point tal kata jeren kan laje ala jawara la keba jawara la sokona ala muso sokona serekunda wot mon kata jere fan kan laje you know so akonyo jawara ni wo jote tale anka jawara ni keba jote da akonyo jote da nyame I believe keba was Ministry of Land at some point anata akay ko ako jawara ko I he took some land. He said he took some land and allocated to the Jawara family. Ako nin land ba kala put Jawara family. Jawara kay ko foyam Jawara tele tamu gambe tiba. Then I dingo fire after that. So if he was a horrible person, he wouldn't do that. Kabin yang ko badaba fo nga fale. Ako kabin Jawara bota presidential. A guy that's been in office for 30 years, right? Which I think he overstayed. The most money they fund in his account was $20,000. $20,000. Kabin yajima bokang Gambia. How many of our money did he steal? How many of our money did Zainab steal? The only thing kurung president wa meango mafala mandingo leng is Arab Barbaro. Wala manding na ni ka ba mandinga kurung president wa fala inginda ka wala follow tofa. But continue, sorry.
Binta malom fe kam moy le bon binta you see jawra min ko banko kan ya understand ni when you mbe jamfarin sokon la domani donni no mbe full list of fole no millialon ko be jawra positional marala cabinet kono ye jawra jele binta jawra gambe so in a heart in barajali ni futata jawra wala korda kono jawra fakunda korda kono billahi wala binta ni koy ko jawra wuluta en korda kono e bafla kono woten toñade e bafla that's not true an kam min foyte mol askeno modol bija yino be yibero be nak mo moy kam. You understand? No, listen. Let me finish here. Okay? Binta nifra jawra fama korda kono. Iko ko jannon jawra fala korda, you understand? Binte bafla ko no, that's not true. By then, you understand? Banko be nyame, you understand? Jawra e kuo minke o banko kan. Ye jawra je molka fa tinyaro ke. Jawra fa man tinyaro ke. Jawra e nyim minister sol milia lonko. Ayeta la cabinet kono. News ajibere look at majority of them. Ike diun be na Angleterre wolle do. America wol ikade diun karandi wolle do. Juma wolle ke diun fenge. Banjunun kol ya understand ne. Wo time o jawra la time o mol nyininka. Banjunun kol ko it letam government.
Dambala ka
government. Iko tellement senate la so binda. Itele mansa kundalo itele senate bladi. You know domre wol kana mol diamundi. Ni mol banko kele kam pour banko findi. Nga banko kele banko findi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ikana banko.
Maaleykum salaam.
Ika fo mol ko ya understand ni. Man ni kol manki banko la problème. Okay? So man ngol ma ngeen banko la problème wala binda ko ngam min poy jawra la cabinet bebe faari milla fulol ni sur wala be jawra la cabinet kono doomu rewta fula gab jawra la cabinet kono ate man nga kilim point la afoy ko ñi nebe jawra la cabinet ko o man nga dillu la ate point ate continue lay ata fale ko ñi bala cabinet kono ata fono la the same thing you know that style ya jame mu neke man ngol tara la cabinet kono ba addi enana la mu neke ay boni jele akoy man la fala. So Adam Barona the same thing over and style all kekang.
If anything, Mandinkas are being abused in that country. That's what's happening
so,
right now.
So Amira Binta, you know, Gambian all nyanda want to understand. When you come, you know, mol man nyanda jawra fela in banko kang. Mol nyanda jawra respect la bagale. And then I kato minke, tonyala manding kolom. But I kato minke o banko kang. Nyim president dol bebe bula kala anoma wala ba nita kana ikafu jawral yaat nandi Halifa Sallah mansi ngo ala fo doomu rew wole
ko nan ko ama fa jawra da ko fa man ko
ako man nin ko dal ni
ko bat nan no Halifa Sallah mansi nyaadi le
ngo hold on fang ngo Halifa Sallah don't know how to promote himself for surwalle fon ka fante ko. How Halifa Sallah don't know how to promote Halifa Sallah. What do they make fun of them when it comes to the campaign? Iko kanale ya Al Qurano yele drong yele long constitutional ta ya for. Okay. The other day I was even telling this to Umi. I said Halifa Sallah does not know how to promote himself very well. Whose fault is that? Sign thing. The other day kabing katanu baramos go ila timo be man ke mandin cold. They're all Wolof. Right? Kabing Halifa Sallah period is sign thing. What do they make fun of them? Ila flyer, like I feel a flyer is so old school. Because period they don't know how to win votes. They don't know how to promote themselves. And also, Usain Dabo is the most accomplished Gambian in that country. He was the first URRB. He was the first lawyer in that whole region. Before, by the age of 8 years old, he memorized he finished the Quran twice by the age of 8 years old. That is a special human being. So if a lot of governments like him, what's wrong with that? And then if Maninkas are 40%, if Maninkas are like, let's say 30 some, almost 40% in numbers back in the day also, right? It makes sense for a high percentage of that to like him because he's the most accomplished from this group. Political party mantari gambe me alon ko manding ko tije.
Yes.
APRC manding kol bijele ila fasarol. Me an ko ba manding ka dol fo tinya la for APRC. So be ya manding kol bijele me an ko they don't even mind ka manding ka dol tinya for so be ya I'm sure abijele. Okay? GDC I'm sure manding kol bijele. So the thing is, mandinka word every 5 seconds. The way people feel brave that they can use the word mandinka, anyone who do it, we will talk about your tribe too. Anybody who feels like you're confident enough to come on this platform, to come on the internet, mandinka, we will say
Yeah.
wolof. Ni mandinko
But
mu
can I
travel so
come in for
how,
2 minutes?
let me say this. Ni mandinko mu travel so the surwal be killing 100% when it comes to tribalism. The video that I when it comes to two tribal men ko complain o moment gal bayala wala mandinko ni surwal. Ni mandinko mu tribalism surwal fala mu tribalism ni be killing when it comes to tribalism because jika killing na ba mol bul. Jika killing na ba mandinko ni surwal bul. Whether we're good or annoyingness is the same jiko we have. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
Yo mbal be konton na. Yalo jawara la time ntol man mudi non let numbari. Mbota do kala majele labango nyin and then what time nka mo ikeba le kafoko banjun mu kujalo leti up mu chalo leti something like that nko eko muno yatin nal kanyim ko eko because jawara mu mansaleti mandin ko bar surwal le ba benefit kan surwal le ba tine odomo kan nko e mune wo sabu likamoy binte alkamoy
Yes, nge mo
ya nko e ko mune wo sabu iko because jawara mandin ko le mati bara la man sakunda surwal le be itine kanje yajel ntol meta o moylal yo jawara fang la korda kono afama la korda kono barajal nta nana tata jele fo ngam menje korket sansan wala be je o korketo fang dole fang be boyr nduma le fang jibida ba katan wotu mo nyi mandin ka kordal to kanyi jibida ba londi kordal tema wala be lori la
exactly.
korda tema ni mol nata dro ke menje wotu man tabe dok wala njaaw nana tata le fo je sinya saba ala korda kono a wulu korda kono tata jele fo sinya saba jibida ba katan le be lori mol ke menje yajel so ning banku tinyamu jawara man
mayte jelun ne jelun
yes tata jele jibida ba katan le be lori la korda tema luo tema malam fa yirindin kunan len fa duto len something like that abe lori wala fan kot a jibida ka suma la fo lunta momo nata dron e ke minje kordani ya san korgeto le fangola korgeto fan wonta be dunna je wato men dole fan be fayim fayndin duma le fa wato ma e fanyo president yalla nak bar dole be fayim fayndin duma bar hani birabe president yalla the same thing le beje so nayata adun jawra la man sakunda mu be le kawfo ni banjuni jegol men be fara UK jang jawra la man sakunda time lam ni minister la sunkuto la mu ye sambana jang ye samana UK je be farin janne tep be nata jawara la time la kon so nta malo nyin siku Gambia ya bondi dame anin nyin siku mune ya dun Gambia no lu kun kono anin nyin siku mune ya dun Gambia no yelo kono because Gambia man siku long Gambia man siku lo ni nata jibe ntolla nyi mo fulo membe keta man sakunda nyaton koltite even bawsen bayra nana tata le fay by President Palazzo Muta, I Minister of Foreign Palazzo Muta. So, nina tajibe jawara mu wol mo fo itol ma fo mamandin kam bawsen yal mandin kam musuta wul. So, jawara dum fana hanna la mus folo mandin kam musota bara laban tajumal le nyeni la.
So amanke mandin kam so.
Ala musu folo.
Akuo ko le mala musu follow tinu akuo.
Okay. So nta malon Gambia dingolu e kanyin hasidiya mandin kaya bondi damento adu yalo mbem Dakar kamena wala mutonyati nyin surwa dinolu na man la fi mandin ko yalo the thing is ke fan selen de mandin ko ke fan kele ko to le fi sata mandin ko
Okay, my hello line on Instruan dingol e malafi mandinkola. I want us to take that. I don't want us to generalize because the same
okay,
crime
sorry.
he commit I don't want us to commit the same crime.
But then ngamera libe men fo kanja
It's
wala
happened
mu
to dole. You can it's happened to
wala
dole.
tata.
Surwa din dole. Like you can say some, not all,
Yeah,
right?
idol. Okay, dol. Ngamera libe men fo kanja wala mu nyinto ko fo do mi rawlem rew mi lem.
Yeah,
Nta
don't-
tulo
yeah.
bala le numbiya be kuma kan sifa men fola. So nyune UDP fango hate le so much so that fo yake mandin ka patriote. Nta malo yo bondi damen ani yo luwa bondi damen ani yo je damen. Yalon Gambia. Tonya tumaranke ya to banko ka mol nyaka tara tonya lale I nyaka tara tonya je kay buka pare kaje ni ko ni fem ko je dro ko ni fem fingo je dro ko fem ko le ni fem ko je ko fem fingo le ntanga o je Gambia banko le kam bari nyin to nya be larin kenolet jawara bi natara di alko yi tolko jawara malla fi naka jawara malla fi alfa sallam mol fanan sa fonol alfa sallam malla fi loya dabola mol fanan sa fonol
amal la falte wala ni nak
mol bele wolon gambia bele wolon fan membe fan filindo la de hani nyin kole son nako membe kera be kuru ya ba fingole koto come on ale nga tonya fo nyoy Gambian tolman mellong fanje wala kono tolman nyin siku wolong Gambia surwal nim fulon nim manja kol nim balantol nim jolal ni e tara nyokay bu kalon fanjumala mu jumati bu kalon si jumala mu si jumati ni tatam famanyo la kordal kono ni e tara je bu kalon jumala nyin si karti jumala nyin si karti so Gambia dingol sain Gambia dingol
assalamu alaikum mai ajarato
ne we but life for follow no you gotta let people finish first
sain Gambia dingol yesi ku wata yale kunto ya duni fola banga yennas hadama ya fango tinya hadama ya fango sikuwe hadama ya fango tinya o banko kanne sain why muna be kerem fombe mambo mbemba adama lebal mbe manke hadama dingolete nimbe sirim banko kan denta banko la ye banko wo banko je siyol le dental sikilin tante banko ti jang ye banko wo banko je nyun dunia fanyo ko to siyol le dentala a banko te nyun dunia balu ko to kabirin Westlem fo birin tuba abdulem fo Afrika len ye banku wo banku je siyol le dentala sikilin man lo ye banko lo sikilin man tara banko kan aya fon talem banko ti Gambia dingolu ali fata moluma man din kol ye munaka ali fata moluma nga singa na badi ya tarandi nyame nga alfal tarandi nyame nga kanya ma otumon tolla alfal kalun tangoli jiya ila kordal kon le feke tambindi fangol dingol me ye wulu e ka kenol dile ka sije ka nyotola e ka ibuka lon fango jumalen sate dingoti ibuka lon jumalen luntangot come on Gambia fosan tol fana manyan na tambila nyin na ban jawara loya dabo mandin kole man munam fo mandin kole ye munekala munam
jawya kolao
and tribalism use the fang like let me even say this. Neither tribalism for use like they don't use it the right way. Tribalism is a system, just like racism, black people in general, we cannot be racist towards the rest of the world. Why? Because black people don't have power. White people are the one with the power. So white people are the only one that can be racist. Black people cannot be racist because racism is a systematic form. You have to have power and oppress people from that power. Tribalism also is a systematic form. You have to have power and oppress other people from that power. So what power do Mandinkas have right now?
Exactly. Because not a tribalism kumobe fola or racism. Ngamera Africa bele nyana kela racism ti katubabol kake racist o tubabol yeke Africa be racist bar sate o banko ntanga oje Gambia drone la ntama wala na nyimbanko titade nyimbanko wallahi hanna tara bawsen nata ay menno abole kala bar banko tita daman tan Gambia dingol mfangol mam fanji ko falinde adu sa ngani siku men dunde nyimbanko kan aben affect la le so much so that hani mamaringol mumuringol abebe affect la because I left dunna mo la blot le kono sign ala barak.
Thank you. The guy that want to talk up, I want to let Fatmata go first. Janimba Futileto, first come, first serve. So please.
Assalamualaikum, ngalaikum Binta.
Walaikum salam.
Mune kada gino la say. Yalo.
Sante mba kamfarina parce que ningo left mol yabla because of UDP na siyo ka fa ba mol toti nyala because of UDP e baba man ninka fa mol man ninka den ragal hala fo den ragal.
Domi rew ma te resistal kan bisluta domi rew ate protein ate nana te la fila mandin ko la domi rew ma na mo
aba kala security le fa dak
ya domi rew ma jiko man le ya ko kuru ni yalo Gambia ko na UDP headle yalo resistin sototan ani Africa mol bi jël min yalo ko siyom te ka je ka ko ika kom because of what was he carlet. What's the tale? Honey, Africa. Snella. Binta Southern area force.
Okay, yeah. Satan go, then she's gonna come. Satan, are you there, Satan?
Yes, Binta. Nge konto enem platform mo be.
Yes,
left my jan saladami fango niya jube komi ne soveke ye real soveke ya jibe si jamale fango mandinkol ngamra wole si different sio fan futu more than any other sio mandinko ka sio bele
I
futu
think that too. Yep.
yeah mandinko ka sio bele futu ibuka jibe ko nyemu nyinneti andu mandinko among afan office and sidoti despite they are the biggest in the Gambia you understand so Fatma da fanan nakumo ye kamin to mention fo nyaadi domi rew woni yaji be nata karambu to nata na ay lanin kele binta fo ate sa fo minu be ya karandi wol be ma te fansun si leta minu pirifaba walla na sa sata fo wo siol min yalon ka te lafta wala te musio minti wolda male ka te jara walla na te tata malong dawda na lafta ka socialize ate na la o siol be le ka socialize fa menta up to this stage so al salon ko wobe fo fem portrait can be is fake katumbi generally atebuka la kukeno kudol modol koma but abinala media told on just to emphasize this and that right or wrong in real psychology
It's people like him that's why people like men created. It's people
exactly
like him. That's why people like men now are starting to come out because they're like, we're tired of this maninka disrespect. I
yes
don't agree with
because
what men does. I don't agree. Men stuff like private. Men, what you're doing, stop it. You
yeah
know.
because
But it's people like him.
they are trying to grow this mentality in people's mind. You understand? Ibole try to develop it. But me alonko in real life is fake. Ngola nanteko. Natanunko these people want to know the root of the Mandinka, the real Mandinkas. Let the entire Mandinkas come out of the Gambia and march to State House.
But now let me play this. Let me even play. Sorry, I'm very sorry. You will continue, but let me play this. Then you continue because I send the phone and let me play this.
Mandinka moy tribe bi nga xamne su fekke digante Gambia ak Sénégal la ci biir Gambia ñom ñofa ëpp te niñ bëré Gambia nonu am nañ Sénégal de ñu bëré lañ fogné Mandinka am bëri wut Sénégal Mandinka am na Sénégal man bima ñëw Bagwé dem na ci dëkk bo xamne ay Mandinka yu joggé Gambia la ci coup d'état Samba Sagna bobu la gaay joggé bobu bima ñëwé dama ñëw ñu ngi ci yooni Tambacounda bi dama noyo gaay fayma mané man dé dama ñaan ndox mu yoni domam bu ñëw Fatoumata inil ma ndox man naan ba paré mu ne ma fan nga joggé mu ne ma ibota minto mané ko nte bota Gambia ako ntol fanam bota nu Gambia kabiri Samba Sagna la coup d'état na fama nata ñing saté ko asita ja nga dem ñu ne la wolis lolu sosa rek moko am sosa rek ngay taka domam mu jël ko mu jox la ko lolu dama ko dé wax sama plateforme fami heedi yépp so leen gisé xam nga nit yi dañ dé wax ko Mandinka ñoom dañ dundé face à sen bop ankay dañ dé face à sen bop waye ñoom diiné biñ toppa Mandinka sut bimu duggé ci diiné ba légui dafa wàccee boppam dafa ayela fan jindile so waxe ñu ne aya sole ala ninki la dorom ifin korda Gambia tay bari na ñun wolof yi la wax de bari na kër yi nga xamne ñun ñoo ko am fofu ci sosay leen ko jël ngo c'est corona di dorom nga indi kuru ñu ne ala ñu ne corona di dorom ñu ne ye corona di ñu ne waaw anko berota afay berobe dan na dame unka wala kuntu ji fofu la yes mo doon am binta yes lu mo wax ni lu digala da lo mo doon am sax da nga jël resandi fu em
soose du soosal kenn boppam rek waaye soose su demee ba di la soosal nga xam ne moo mën a soos ah waaw 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 diga binda aka tooñaale fo de ay dama laa wan li soosal liggéey Gambia ñun da nga doon gis paa bu ñëw mu ne ah nte lafta Kordala dama bëggoon dëkk ak yéen ñu ne Alberota ñu ne paa bi Berota niye fay a danta daameng iko jeele kundu foo konos
Chapandem. I wish my bob mungi help bante ñu jox man tamit
sancaba bi nii sancaba nga gis nii sancaba Tuuba fa doon happen even Sukuta da nga jël hair boy nga sandi all these things ay
Chapandem.
la fekko ma dinaa la ñëwal sancaba Suley Joob ñun suñ mbokk la Suley Joob boobu suñ mbokk la nga ñëw Seer Joob. What's your sleeper team that might make it far in the World Cup? Morocco.
It's a commercial. It's a little commercial, right? Domiro tatina del nin surwaye mo jahase nak bula farango. Enemy of progress. Teke fanke domiro la ni perete ko iba mo singo arle mo totinya.
Xam ngeen lan moo indi bijilo xam ngeen lu ko indi soose yi ñoo ko indi soose yi dañ dëkkoon saa biji foofu noonu Sukuta foofu léegi biji pol la dafa amoon ay nag léegi nagam yi dañ dee dugg ci faro yi ci soose yi seen gaadin yi di ko yàq léegi nag ñu ne biji nañ ko utal place boo xam ne dina fa mun a nekk man dinka yi ñoo def loolu de saañ kabirin kata biji be ñaato mool taata fo ñaato biji sori na ñu ne ko hee biji loolu moo indi biji loo wala hee biji loo naati
Really? That's good. I don't know.
taale daan saaman nag yi gi nga boor yooyu ne ak toon teebul gaa ñoo doon saaman nag yi foofu noonu kër yi sax nekkuñ fa nekk la gaa daan saam ngo biji loo wala hee biji loo naati biji loo ñu fal kay ayaatoo dina biji loo dorom ñu jox ko biji loo léegi ñu ne biji loo boobu loolu moo indi tey biji loo
Wow. Okay.
waaw loolu ci soose yi la xam nga yéen soose da ngeen am record yoo xam ne da ngeen ko war a bind te bindu leen ko
Wax ma ba bind ko léegi nii nag wax ma bind leen nag fat.
gis nga mandinka kaay ma jox la mandinka
Okay, so that's it, and there's more, whatever. But listen, Domiro is a hater, bro. Ni me hater, ti dron. You know, I didn't fall. Like, yeah, you start because of competition, oh. Because of election, oh. Okay, the group with the highest numbers, you look at them as a competition. Okay, but na jibe mbeti nyala nyameng. That's what Mandinka's been suffering from when it comes to Gambia in the recent years. Ya jemenata. Instead of I doku kendo kedama I focus doku kendo like Gambia no be respect. Amo kede abal malbale akekang ni mol malafla support la. He starts singling out Mandinkas. Why? Because of he's scared of them competition. Aramboro is doing the same thing also. Now yin domiro kunterin si falan soro falan itilaf tela agenda itara platform or be your agenda you're there to sell Isa fast agenda so beas agendas the same ke o me anko ya nenne because of ya ajembe you're there to sell that agenda itako let me iba fo iba maninka total iba param la you're just a hater and you will die being a hater. So ni mandinka ma every 5 more manual they feel brave enough to put mandinka until falan sa kenole. But alhamdulillah, I don't come from I wasn't raised to be so stupid that nka wani tribal beta and ke generalize. One from more but dia na platform okay? It's I know some people, but you cannot generalize a whole tribe. That's my rule. You cannot generalize a whole tribe and say ibam betia o I don't accept that. Because that's not the truth. Ni surwa muso, surwa keo, serel keo, wala ba ning history fong fokamole about Mandinkas. I wish Gambia have more people like Asan Manko ani mo siyo besa no. asan nsira jana fon fola bon nkaya every tribe I nim mandinka komen nkaya every tribe ayake just to tell people there's good in all of us. He talked about Mandinkas, he talked about Manjakos, right? And anim al Manjako story for ganaka dia anim Manjako how he was dealing with them. That's even more fun. He talked about Wolof people, the goodness about Wolofs. He talked about the Serials, the greatness about the Serials, the Fulanis, the greatness about the Fulanis. We did all that content here in Kapos, but in the men notice. Asan yan content o men din man ka content at first man la fla post no paski na man la ka post den man ka na content ni muta nkay ko ay sarahulel take na post mo be contending ay jolal take na post mo be contending ay manjakol take na post mo be contending na man ka ta after ni man ka ko audio me nga bambul no ameta man son ka post ndara no post drong comment section o jibe Nalmala hypocrite behavior bula. Gambe tita handula. Nga ba kupila telekang. If you want to hate on the Mandinkas, aba kupile ka telekang because ita kuno la Mandinkola. The records that Mandinkas have in history. There is no tribe. We are a small tribe in that continent. But there is no tribe in the history of Africa that developed Africa itself. The biggest empire in the history of Africa outside of Egypt is Mali Empire. Who did that? Mandinkas. The richest man until this dunya kona sign the honey Elon Musk who did it is a Mandinka. So Mandinka totinya, you just gonna talk shit. I'm looking at you like you're a hater. You're gonna die being a hater. Satan, you can finish if you want.
Binta, yemune min ay esafal nene yemune min.
Kabing yalong domi rew sainteng ala natalo la ye be bandile ala pejoto ka fanke kata mu sobe alti. But domi rew the first time na attack, it was like this. Namen korasala kota nung kabin be politics dia mo start nung. Anytime sobe ya ning UDP ko kleta ning internet ko na domi rew le ka start nung. Wana nanin video da dai nung. Anytime sobe ya ning UDP call joteta domiro leka platform ye leka nonsense so for. So yeta la pejoro. Ika mune je follow ya jembe. He come from APRC. Ya jembe is who he really wants. Kabing isa fale tiara sike. Iko domiro ba Facebook le nung aba isa fa nenkang because of ya jembe lo ko. So sign wala nata ke sobe yati. Sobeya atala kataka Sobeya represent kila agenda cell, and in that process he's offending the whole tribe. He's singling out one tribe. Jiko me anko ya jembe jikole. Wanan kafoko nte men korosi APRC ko dambala ka hani, whether it's the APRC maninko, APRC fulo, APRC jola, APRC manjako, APRC wolop it dambala ka hani kana internet to kana ka maninka fe ba maninko to tinyala doron because they got that from ya jembe. Satan, if you want to continue you can. Or Fatma de lafta diamla
yeah Binta. So wala ya sabu imamu yemen for iko before no abe emphasizing ke kan blado to on the former president Mintata then saying nyindombe TRC la wato minna aka wonen ko like hell ibalo na ko nyunu ikafe often portray is fake. You know, to be famous, ibe ole nyini kam, but ni ajube ola na ko in real contest mandinko ala le wodeda ayake siyo to min warata. Bindebe banko min kambi America ala siyo keje mi along aya warandi. Ya understand? Likewise ntebe dami, dobe dami. So nintol Gambian ngolo understand. Mamira nyanta la moyla nyimo fully siringolla. Because daoda ala yala favor di karadolla mi alon ko wonente chengla. Neo understand. Ma mirete Mario modo nyanta nala he mind play you. Aye fool. Binta ngajele ko nying kacha sifa mo itolka ikanyimin ke dindi yalom andung londi soto bali yalom faham bali yalem ikamim na feja. But the situation on the Gambia bi ni woka momo balofa inyanta min fola woman nyanda kala sioti fang ita nyanta fola rogo Gambia bitala nyato nyadile Gambia dingol ibe better living condition of sotola nyadile ya understand because nta min ka diamu jang nta ta fola ko nta mandin ka dingo ti pir bari nta ni siyo bele overlapta ni siyo bele socializer ni siyo bele interacta ya understand so min kan de worry bi Gambia be situation o min kono ay boje ay ta karadola so ngaje ko jim politician ol min yalan ko today le nata ilafta dunna politiko kono yemol le taraja min yalan ko metali nyato alnali la agendal support ngata nga nyim maral nya jawo bondi nyim banko kan nin nyim mansake nin tar non to nya molem kunu ngay min faliye anim biya kaminke they are quite different nata nay banko kanu ay mansake dola jo taradami ala sarali ate fanan ba mutala woleto wallahi a jindi duma na balo fata banko dingoliye baray o fangol lafa so albaljel ko nyimbuka to nya faliye nyanjo yo le faliye ko nyunu kal nenele Binta do se continue later I come back inshallah ngam also
Baraka yalo ntele mi ndomiro me sayne ngari membe yemen fo otuma ka esa fal ne TRRC wato in Facebook ya baranata mune jebiraje ko ni ya jabete murna namba andum ngante mu mandin ka hete ente nantita UDP ande natata esa fal so abe siri ngin TikTok ko to jang katara mandin kol katara mol dundi la nyola don kanen diro start kamol dudi nyola don ñun na atena la groupe wo nama na lafi mandin kol la hana manke UDP ku fawte andu yalo nata mo neke e kamurre kam fangol lañi political party muta ibe mit muke moy
ko amanna fala fonso de political because nimba America how many years kaiti kese kilin tabulu abu daba sirin replay a security guard do ko abole keka ni tare la soko na iba dunkan na soko na menka bunda yele yedu jongo abo do so he's a
diget nagire do la ko mind do yo bari yajel so yajel ate bo foolishness la ngin lant bar hanu ate kaka pare ngin ka siyelu ko takin ni ñol wala na hani nay opposition party yoli tolle kate ke manipulate ni hani men hani fangol la mandin kol min yalan ko sine join UDP nga coalition of ngay mandin ngay balora yi man sakunda bondige bari tolle kate ka wol tulo horo ika ko mo fawol ma UDP ma and then ni coalition no hani sa amon keno iteti tala ndete skele je bari te fanata kala je gambian ko la li nga nyaayele doomu rew mi na si falu tolle ka mol duniyo ime fan fenkeno ime ifan de dano ite bukatano hani gambia foto bari ite sila fiya gambia nol ko takindi ñol andute fo bukatano hani o bankoka ni melobe america sanje jelu man tano gambia ibarakan tamma be siring nan kasi TikTok ko kasi Facebook ko kamol nendro amalo wartala ni te ko kunute esa fal men nem bite ko te lafita wala o malo wartala ni te mo nen na binkana mo kon ka wuri wo mari le tofe tem ne mo sifat Halifa Sallah ana man la fi UDP le bekile ñunu bekile bu ko fo de Halifa Sallah ana man la fi yo loya dabol so itol bekile bari bu ko fo ikatra fla UDP te so ngali sale nana ami fatu ni daba jule be nyaadi
yo ala bulam fane diam because ñin domin di la kole mala moy kam bagla faso Binta ya ñin kala ñin la kole sande immediately beron bala kol ñi jube kan la lu jam fanan to jam but anything ku ñen la kole yalla makate ba wato skita yanda makate ba because mol lo jam kam ni kol na manga fa fende politiko ka mol sel da ka dimor ka lo doya because on daga ma wala baake nda fa yalla ko dianga baake le momin ngam mol min jaay kan lo ka woni sel ta ke point ke nen franka try nga makato baye but do man dey na la ta fay na akana sima ya sa sen ay continue min ke kan you understand ndel bi ka ambendi ko rek nde mol badadal say mol bi ka ambendi na la ta sima ya asiye jamfa na la ta kana sima ya fana ay continue aka min ke de man ko lu ke di mol wala nga kuma la askana ben gibe kan for right now I think that ndel ka diame Omar ni la ta ni la ta continue pour sima ya e continue e man ko lu life of man ko lu ke di mol no it only like everything ngabe solo sa ne because fun fulo mbul jang ya baking and all of you bari makato baylal fana anda baylal fana molto dara jang man ni ka dum lital lodi ibela sienen kan ibela siedo ya gam fono rusin amanga fo fendi ko politiko you understand because of you will share ibedo ya kan fono rusin man ni ko la barkade di you understand bi Gambia lo nya fon gibe e ka khaba ku yar you understand kabin der ma wulu man ni ko ni fulo le siren jolal everything bebe siren ko bebe khairo kon bar sa di numero le na na tubabu lu yara kino iman kay de sone man tra sigurin jang ka dumoro ke kono fa kanalo internet ko ke nyati mandin kolla ke doya ka kumulta ke foye you understand wodo nyin do mun de fo do mun de ma nyanta ci ak lu bake nde mbe sambro setle ino nga fa mole mi yalan ko amantra balulun sansa nga fa nga ko man nga ko de balula you understand afadal nga fo do fana nga kay de balula afadal so nte ka foye nte ke ko man nga foye
I don't support Kamul fa kana woni fa
no nya no ya fa mun bual
mama
ya
jabi dem bal mama jabi non so fa no mama jabi
no neno san so ni abe nyami de su de so no nyami de di makalo nyanda baylale ni ko ay kere kodo de targo kono record ba kelta ajele kabrin nyim faro ci adana gino ino nyim man ni kan nen sifa fa ngata da bakale ndana do kono yeno san defo mbaari memba kay wala min bar fa ni la fa ka fi ko dagi yeno san man ni ko ci alo bangu gan e mo bele kayen ding andu man ni ko le ci bele futu ci yo ci alo bangu ga e bele futu tu ni bele kayen ta yeno san
mela kuma kuntu fan barin tolla man din ka kebal nimme fanka mayata nimme fen soto dura kata surwa musolenyin nimme fen soto dura tolli o taral nimme fen soto dura kata surwa musolenyin billahi wallahi tallali moli nyinen ka nani badu mun kolu badu mun kolu bin talla mon nimme fen soto dura kata surwa musolenyin
ya surwa musolen de res de nte mama surwa musolen res
please mama jabi la yo fa mama jabi dukare mama jabi ndaro
yalla ni aje fana maninga ciof fana ko fa muso nyine ka tabiro no baata wala dañ kebbi genti ma
mal block la le de mal bere block la rak aha
tafal mu dem man ko muso man tabiro no
la nyim mandi ka kebal ni e kuma dro kata surwa musole nyini be
crime ne be jay ma jam block do mol ka fa mama jabi
tabiro anin ka keto bodo yono baage
su safatu bi jana fatu wal aja ndollay mandi ka kebal wallahi nimme kuma dro kata man surwa musole nyini hanne mandi ka
ere ko de bati la baba yenne sai
may mol mela hako bule ya may mol mela hako
baby binta ngaki baba nga maile ya fontol ma
maile ya
ni ko do flora ngeko
ni
sen fon dabije ba usen dabije
ba usen fon dabije ni ku madro kata surwa leje
na mandi gamero lafta duran tabola bagere
game mandi ka ko mandi ka ko man moy hadda
mandi gamero ni ka duran tabola nada tabo na ko so
ko surwa la ka chucha tabi
lady be final de game
manda yan falali momo yalo ka mon la pabil tumi jam manda yan falali
sautan tollay pabi de nimme kuma ka tenyu surwa musol
bari yalla ne Halifa Saleh la muso mandi ko Halifa Saleh kan
no bari may billahi
surwa ke wal dala di ndal fa surwa ke wal
menyu mu fola na friend dole sarahulole afama e surwa muso soto barana dia tan kay ko ite imam be ya lafte nyin nan dinna bakira ko nyoko ako nyum fama kabalu janne de ako nyoko ni fama la sigo be nyiya ako ye churayol kam malale mero be ja ako jamba ma ni fama nana sigo bije ako katara mero asigo be funkularing abe ni bundi nyeke tabon
ko mo la jam bam alta mol di mod alta surwa musol tara ke jayo ale mol dindi jaba
bari yalla na fane bu ka som futu la bi moy kono de nim mankuma nim pa bi mankume bu ka som futu la we bar nim mo kuma dro ikete te la muso bulu
alkane general I don't want to commit the same crime.
Imagine Binta for who have surwal, they have mandingo. Ateson.
No, but no, I'm 25% surwa, 25% fulo, and 50% mandingo.
Ye wo je Gambia dauda alon ko wosi atale nte ba akafolo ya
badi bunga ke wol bele kata surwani fula badi bunko lafta fula musi futu wala nyam
ko leli
dauda I think manika ko la
manika ko ni botana mbadi ba cross ro ka fale dunia dan taje saje te nyum surwa musol so bar nin kuta membulu bu ka futu wede nin kube membul ro ka futu wole
mayin kam min fotente wala ko ya jele fa wale pabil tumi jale pabil fojang so pabil dingolu wala ka surwal male ye mandin kolma so sa nying alika ikaku William for nying resizima ale nying fenko
Southern BabyBinta on a serious note fam mo yenge na selene yalon ko in life mala after the C note nge jube ka kenye mo sabaltin C note C note le muta
ana mo jomolin di janda atolla
I was so sleepy ninga telefono jube bugalo telefono
ma de binta BabyBinta yala atolla ka jinolu ma bitunga balu
No, y'all tente men realize, right? Again, APS in call like kaninke. Okay.
No, but BabyBinta lafta
Guy,
fekiri na clarify ja BabyBinta mbatunde usenu dabo ta fono la ko wo mari wo damman nem jola kendoti whilst usenu dabo la muso mu jola dingolti abitangol mu jola leti. So will usenu dabo doesn't make sense. Usenu dabo e low ka itandi ko jola kiline bete yata, then who is his wife?
Exactly.
Manyo musufula njango mu jola te altobe cool jam fandi kanne. Usenu dabo dingol, they have jola blood in them. So why would Usenu Dabo sit and say ko jola kono mo kiline mo jola kendo? That is not true. Yeah, understand. Nka reality le fale tenko. Nyin kumo manyana mo dimin na fale. Nyanta itandire ko ibe wuli yalla ibe fani yalla because man fenso do.
Very simple.
Ibe mulala Usenu la. Usenu tenita folo ko jola. Usenu bitangol mu jola alti. Ad muso mu jola alti. Ad dingol di jola mamol le soto jola baringol. Jola lasilo. Wosi si akafo ko ntela family nte dingol la lasilo ndingol mam bete ya mo kilindo ne bete ya ndingol la lasilo ko.
Exactly. Sense
does that make any sense to you people?
No, sister nte ngami po chile ngami po panko. Ni ite mi yalon ika nyimpo tre iba foka. Ite Mario kabiri be grow kan. Kana fo be stage min to be diamola.
Ni molbe
ite maimbatu.
Non ka fo bintale ni molbe request kan ne sente jinde. Natara ila
so ite Mario min ka nyimpo tre tenting. Kabiri la ali age fo sai mentally. Ite safo ko ye interaction o min beke. Ini sidol ma interact ka overlap and in ka socialize. Ite ma woke. So it's
a meta wulo kono wana ala fana accent is so strong. He's a wulo kono mole mati. He never left wulo kono.
Binta momi yalon ko lafta manipulation ola ni wuliya. Oda male se nyinku masifa tano ka fa da.
Hey Dembo we nyadi. Dembo fele
Binta. Afa do ngal be kondo no, sister wol ngal be kondo la tonal kondo le no. Yajele ngata dom rew la ko do. Dom rew UDP head le bu ko ndekal ma.
Wal bi janda meta jele de.
La fanyi pondo fole nga ji no.
Okay.
Dom rew UDP head le ama mabo ya understand. Mol ben TikTok ko no wala UDP head le niata ye nion laje be falale. Dom rew anganya sunga ya hela manka ka vote because it can take mun ko fa sabra type. Nte musar kula dimba man ninga dingol. Ndenen jola dinni wol ni fula dinni wol dindi ya kanyo $1 million personally. You understand? So you domino ko abe fani alla because ndenga kala mo different platform de do la fam anim bamba platform modo ka bula pa bi la kanne ala jibe brinde mun na yankuba na ta na platform modo ayo question no nyin ka wala la o ko bo question no answer kan ko kon o mala diamo fa bang ifan ka jere to nya to nyimbe diamo kana bar abe kam farin so dem wol man nafa suro ko le banko kan
listen, I stupid tell Domino is naturally a very dumb person. He's not smart. He a stupid tell one na abatala Europe abatala America forever among kai to so no because I'm a smart among gao among sunkuri cheso no one na among aims in life. He's a loser also. No, hold on, let me finish. I'm a loser the falang dunia kono wala tina security do ko abatala water ama fang upgrading do me ngo nim fama beza nyikilin mo me ngo mfama wol in America jene something 2 point something almost $3 million wol be siring wol kon han sa ta security do ko wala nak one name you're gonna be a hater. You're a hater. You will never be nothing.
UDP head la personally amamabo ani musun lo fana wayenda platform flow bela block na yuna platform na yuna fangu fla bela block wol ma mabo la wole head la personally so amanka siku karole abe fanialla gambe wose wo andaka je monte la ko crossroad si fango be platform amante gambe bu ndende mota fala mandinga ko ni de si ko tendo tarajele anybody know manga si ko de si because yemna ko UDP grade mo ko si because itara dat jibe dat la muso be mun si ko ten dolle so o ma o findira gambe dingol tulol ko no le yalla no ko kawala la nyim pa bi na tonya te fanialom because in the terrace wala busu flo ben si ko tan dol so Gambia di wol ya lon ko o be fani ale to nya ten just ya kawale lala you understand
Dafa
so
Usain
do
Dabo
mo
fa muna na
bro
man ka musozora muna Usain Dabo fa na problem.
Untola nyimpa
Oh,
video liya
mai
kuma
mai kanete be binta fe, mai kanete be binta fe askeno ba
Muna
usen be
Usain
la
Dabo
moyro.
fa lan kata man Usain Dabo fa la mala muna problem.
Kanete be binta fe.
Binda
Dembo
molla
Usain
dembo
Dabo
party
ya
fa
ya
la
min
kata
kat
man
le
ka musozora.
gindilal. Dembo ka sele la plat, dembo lu seta juma la
Binda molla
platform
party
to
like
malo ka fa nyaadi ye gindi. Ite o ni
o
te
musu
sele la platform be gindilale.
o musu
Okay,
ndebe
let
ka
me say this.
sele
Hold
den
on.
ka du male o
Dembo,
musu
let
ndiko
me
de
quickly
ka
say
do
this.
male ayna platform
Listen,
ko be block you understand because se
you
ko
got
ndako se ko ji akomela ndako se ko ji you understand I am block because ndela dunda nyola ko because ko aba UDP je la fall down ka ko mu faniality so I am block lundo na se ko ji ko se ko ji I am block na platform flow so ndebe ka ta wodo nga screenshot la ben page
okay,
ko la
that's
so
fine. Like
nda
that's
wala
their
ko
right. Let me say this.
so
That's their
ha
right. It's whatever. Let me quickly say this. If anyone was on the former left in life until I had Domiril's recording, they shocked tell what he was saying to the point that fari mba gado wala kamba nonsense so fucking chat to. If mo be was the bapulo bijela ba model mute kam na nyama ma kante mute aka hafante and then kai mute then ama anyama ma ka mute ninke but Momo Bijeno ye
binda o ba pulo kilo
Let
ni
me
wala ndel
finish. Mute
platform
up, bro. Like I don't know what's your problem. Mute up.
when you musu
Anyone,
jawo mo TikTok ko no why UDP headle
anyone that was there that recorded Domirel, please come on stage and play the audio for us because I really wish because I think it's better for people to hear this because no one thing you guys are thinking we're just complaining. I actually want you guys to hear what this guy was saying because it's really problematic. Nte, if you don't like UDP, I don't care. That's your business. Ila rattling. But don't kana manding call Tonya because of UDP. That's my only problem. Then ika multi jennifer ika usenda ba attack femfen diata ya fine na hajite. It's your right. Ndaka nka baro attack jene. Nka mall attack jene. Hano usenda ba nyene attack like one time jang because of bad tembru diamo. Okay? That's your right. You can do that. But leave mandinkas out of it. Just leave Mandinkas out of it. Like it's not fair to the Mandinka tribe. You feel like you can just come use our name and this is we have feelings also. The same way if I come here I'm put wolof jola sere. It's not nice. They also have feelings. So if you don't like UDP, that's your problem. If you want to attack them, that's your problem. Attack them on the bad things they're doing. UDP they said something horrible, right? They said something that's stupid in terms of Nikari Maman Kakomay, America run president. Not live villain. I went after them because that is something is wrong. Right? So it's like, bro, you don't like a political party, attack their agenda, attack their bad behavior, but leave Mandinkas out of it. Just leave us out of it. It's very annoying.
Thank you.
And that's
Thank
what
you. Thank you, Binta. Binta nyimbe moment wrong political le binaka. So iba try can neka mol concentration on yin divert. You understand? Ngambango la fereng ngambanga la fereng nga mexo nga Gambia dingol jube be min kono nga Gambia jube abe nyaadile. Sanjitang nyimban sakunda e wole kejang. Binta ye mine keno a standard to me along Gambia dingol ya for new kai forever. Nothing. So bale falem. So ntol Gambia dingol lomu minu bebe jibe rola jalbe la moy rola jang alalong albe mine kela December 5th. Ale nyimman sakunda kick out. Imanjara fenna imanjara ali fenna hani sanji lulu koten sako sanji tan koten. Andu inene fenkela no ali kutake imamin kali back then. You understand? So nga fo koten ko nying man sakunda hani artiso lota janna ka fe o fe yalo akala ay to nyale fo ako nyunu mu lolleti ka faniale fali. That's the right fact. Ni nyunu ngani yo bali imante fangol la salary tala ya increase. Ite salary tala ya increase. So nga ngbe appeal la Gambia dingo be alna ali mansa ba Hussein select ako 5 years abole kala leje abina fen ko fe la constitution o mi yalon ko abe term limit sotola man sate lola platform o kanka wuruje because yalon ko ila lungo kanale ako ba Hussein ko ay natata man sayala ay sarali nyin aba murundi la dumale andu ako daily fees fenko nyin daily fees money nyin aba amal la fala because wobe fitta tela sarali konole alila moy jande bawsen ko airport fango ayo passport landile diplomatic pass aka nyin normal pass la use Gambia dingol jamale lafta Gambia la ali wo jube al chance di na babala ay Gambia ta transform ka daji ko kendo dundi society kono Gambia kono ka institutional ta ke deda ku na doku dinkira lombang na ministry lombang na learning sector, health sector, agriculture ka be deda ku. Okay, ala baraka. Binta ami fatu nyinin ka 5 and so tabi min fola. Wala nyi mi be Gambia. I don't know.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Santana baraka bang. Binta baraka iba nyade. Thank you. Tana in konting amina domino change tala because la was the time tana te anim bambas in the platform moto bambas la platform moto. You know, but I think you want to kind of an kununga audio for la me ala sentanang in the live lem me along ko they are so close to SFL iko itel left the banko la bari but more mo fukanje doesn't make sense. A be moment to all Mandingkol UDP. Ya jala ni mo kunkilin nal foi ka fo je itel left la falindroike pour itel say. Ya jale itel lafta falindroike pour yeta manyo bitola ya jale ba kumol fo la jeba nyori it doesn't make sense ilo audio ta jampata la audio flow be video live audio meng me mari me sanyana doesn't even make sense. There was nothing there which Gambians will benefit from. Just attacking UDP, Honorable Uselu Numukunda Dabo, Mandinkas, that and that, all that, saying, and sometimes it's good moye dinko si me along go akana jamfa, purna kata nyameng, o jamfa nying fanankana na black because nte Adama Barrow, nintel tauta for Adama Barrow tambita. Because of nying distraction or mengi back kanteng. Nte kama domira wikala go, get ngade, demurelbe, lu hew. Get yala ngala wala ken yolo fay ñin men katali ñin platform mot yaja
no iba interview kanenung about the interview was about him and it was about he's supposed to sell Sobeas ala agenda.
Now he's doing this.
Yeah, in the process of selling Sobeas agenda, he want to start blaming Mandinkas. They don't want more manke ni ba mani fa manke Mandingori. They don't want you to be president. Kabin Jawara all the time or na Halifa Sallah wal manke keno president oti aba yank wada for mention can something like yank wada have Mandinka have this. I don't even like just saying stupid stuff. Analo da babu ko malam cham lakat ya na ajalos ta na nga you just ilafta kala manding ko di me ifang kanu imu fana te no ba sa bopa ne ka fana bu na bopam yo na bulo sa bopa nga melni buki fana suñu amé buki yow lo nga ñuro di yahaga sen direct melni xawma nak
atala be mo si killing atala bata siyo man ko atala bol be to kiya kan one rotten potato spoils the whole rot but ngalo na ko sural man ko because yalon te mo be sural male komi ya fanyame sural male mbe nga sural family sotole nga manja ko family sotole nga jola family sotole nga fulol sotole nga manding kam even do manding god so Gambian tel be mo kilingal te so ñing ñaton kol anno abediale tel fanga motina la fanga do mi rem condemn fang na abediam kanun daman tam na start nung iba fla hani mantaro tembo sa
umi like in Umi's defense, to be honest, Bajin in her defense, because Bajin for some in her defense, to be honest, she because she's Mandinka fa Mandinkote, so akai what not riban in foka akai usenda man ke tribalist because not tribalist mati aba atosona ala musole ke Mandinkol anem pala akai ko not riban in fola den what until Mandingkol be I have include jela ko what until Mandingkol be nyanda kana lesbi wana usenda ba sama state house by force what
Okay, that's
That's what
good.
Omi kept telling her. Yeah, that's what she kept telling her. She's like, okay, mandinko al yellow drum.
And
Momo
Binta,
mandinko but
Binta,
send our
Binta,
fasa.
Binta,
That's what she
Binta,
was
Willem
saying. So
Tonyani.
in her
Well, that's the fact. That I mean, fact. Willem fact.
So let me just complete here.
Okay,
2 seconds.
all right. Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is, you mostly find like I can banko tala no nyat. Yeah, understand it. So I think it's a distraction. It's a way of distracting Gambians, and we don't have time to be distracted anymore. We just need to focus, and then get rid of this Adama Barrow, because Adama Barrow is our problem here. Whosoever wants to come and join UDP and go with party-led, yes, it's good. We welcome it. But you cannot just come and say, no, it's a me alone kate fenko bekela coming National Assembly bekela mo bekela mo jel uri. You understand? Hani a space bulete ko ko ni position o de nga bulete ile te itaje. Ibuka kutu bonde noje. Ibuka kele fanga, ibuka hani ile all effort funky no priyas to no nyame. You understand? Katu ngoje jana banda. So tell ite nana ite be mo kili nganyala na men ka presidential election oti otumola mol kete je. Ni sama kata yedung komi tumbudolam na ni sama kata hadun dingo kono. Ni tili kunto sera tilo baro wara batula tumola ka apungo finten. Akamunda ko akamulo wala nyama. So Gambia non sa tonte la bulu sainde. Atante la bulu sain sa je komi nyaba kun kono korosido la mol me yalon ko politician me yalon ko inata nyaton kol me yalon ko inata iko banko ni kam mol bulu. Parti muan ning fulalam fo munani ba dal nyanta lon na la jumala lafta nyim banko bondi la nyim masi bobulo kono memo Adama Barrow. Adama Barrow is the problem here. For God's sake, Adama Barrow is happy. More young command be signs look what is happening on the TikTok again. Our boss is here laughing and throwing his legs up the sky and then clapping like a gauge. Jego for muso. Kabra
Juma boss, aba arambaro la fo.
Our boss is laughing here, clapping yalo nyaman dong ba blo ko sila ko futo ba nyata ka faka single wulinda ka tudu. Wilama ter fa fala so ni banko dingol ni man serious ngal Adama Barrow nga bondije. Adama Barrow is so evil. Ala baraka baki. Thank you, Binta.
Ami fadu nyimbe santo fala fa diamla ba. But Adama Barrow.
Gambia, you wanna say something?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, thanks, Sister Binta, and thank you very much, Southern. I will speak English. I don't want to offend any Mandinka, any Wolof, because my father is a Mandinka, and then my mom is Wolof.
So why do you have to speak English to not offend people? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, because that's my because let me just speak English. Yeah.
Now you good. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. My English is not so good. I'm in Germany, but I
Then
will
speak
try.
Mandinka by Gabo Moloko. My English is not good. Mandinka come hold on, it doesn't matter. Just speak Mandinka Wolof.
So no, what I wanted to say is, we are from the time of Jawara, yeah. Just like Ami said, that we have to just avoid these people who are coming and then trying to mix us together, because you all know Masane Sise, Bintang Bolong Dala Masane Sise, Manyo be Kumbola Kema Belari. Everybody knows about him. They were talking about generosity about Mandinkas. Mandinkas are the most generous people in the world, and I can take it an example of my grandfather. He's my grandfather, Manyo Bekumbola Kema Belaring. He's the father of my father, me talking to you. So I think we are all intermarried, and I have a wife, a fuller wife. So I was not raised, but helped during my primary school by my uncle, who is Uncle Usainu Dabo, and people who are saying that he's racist, or something like tribalist. That is, those people, they don't know history, because Uncle Usainu was not raised, but during his high school, he was by my grandfather, who is P.S. Njai. Everybody know what I'm talking about. And P.S. Njai was the best friend of Numukunda Dabo. Yeah, yeah. Also my grandfather. Yeah. So how can Usain Dabo be tribalist? And the UDP is full with every tribe. So these are kids who don't know, about Gambia, where it started. Even the founding fathers, when you ask them who are the founding fathers, those who went to Great Britain to sign for our independence, they don't know it. And if you check that picture, the different tribes are there. Even a Lebanese is there who was born in Gambia. You have Sere, you have Manjango, all of Mandinka, everybody. So we, the youths, I think we have to teach those who don't know the history, because there are some people who were born, 1994 or maybe, 93. They cannot, know a lot about Jawara's time, to compare it with, these three presidents. So I think that we have to try to be speaking with each other, supporting a tribe. A party doesn't mean that I have to hate. We all have friends from different tribes. So how can me, from my own point of view, there is no tribalism in Gambia, because even we who are old, those who are older than us, they were not practicing it. Gambia was we know during the time of Jawara. So we have to just be talking to those who are, I call them idiots, sorry for the word, to enlighten them, so that they, they know that, Gambia is bigger than all tribes. So, if we do that, it will be very, 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 very better, Yeah. Let me end that, maybe some other people want to talk. Just thanks for the invitation. I used to follow, bypass, but today I said, this topic, I must talk to sister and
Thank you, Gambia. Thank you, big brother. Thank you so much, for this wonderful thought.
Yeah,
it's a wisdom, yeah, model to mention jang, yeah, history for jang. It's very, very important.
So and we have to be, we have to, and I think, you are right, Brother Southern. I think he's the right person to regulate, the mess. Although we should not have given him, a mess, but if he's ready to do it. Me, I used to visit him when I go to Gambia, because I will end up with this thing that they know that Uncle Usainu have financed so many kids their schooling. I am one of them. My primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, even uniform, even shoes, my parents were not buying it. He was responsible. He said he will do it for me, because my grandfather did it for him also. So I'm praising him, and every time I go, I used to tell him, thanks for all what you have contributed in my life. And he has done it for many, 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 many kids. Maybe I am just one of them. So I'm just coming clean here and just saying that those who don't know the history, it's good to go and learn about the history of Gambia. Even the name Gambia, it was not Gambia. It was Gamra, Gamra. So if you ask them, do you know where the word Gamra comes from? The time Portuguese people were coming there, they don't know it. So we have to research, about our, Gambia, and then, it will be very good. Sister, you are doing very good, but don't let them, don't let them. Yes, don't let them divert you. You are in the right place. Yes, you criticize. I used to follow. You are there.
I can never be. I can't even. I wanted to even come here and go off on him, but I can't do it, because I'm not gonna disrespect the Wolof tribe.
No, don't do it
in general, because like I said, a Wolof woman raised me. Opposite my house is a Fana house. This house, the kids I grew up with are Fana children. Okay? But this other one, Fana, he's just a loser in life. I'm unfenced what to talk about.
He's a loser, yeah. He's a loser. Yeah, exactly. and lastly, Sister Southern, if we can all agree, Mandinka, all tribes in Gambia, they are from Mandinka. Let him know that. Let him go and, let him go and research. Mansa Musa. Gambia was under Mansa Musa. Gambia was under Mansa Musa. Senegal, we were all under the Mali Empire. So they have to go and learn and not stop disturbing we who are older than them.
They don't even know that. That's why sometimes they be like, oh, Mandinka
we
go
are
back to Mali.
56.
They don't even know Mali. Gambia was part of Mali.
Southern, we are 56 years. These kids, they cannot teach people. They cannot teach people, about this. Let them go and learn. And Gambia nowadays, the kids want to teach, those who are Tami Jawara. We have by, trans Mburu, yeah, boy, so we are not, we have to tell them, look, you cannot teach us the history. Either you listen to us or you shut up your mouth. Period.
Exactly. Hey, Gambia, let's try to bring better leadership in the Gambia.
Of course.
Because we are lacking a lot. We are definitely lacking a lot. Being told sulata mimoila wala a good history about Gambia and in Siolu isita nyadi le Gambia. And in Kajibe ko adon in Chosano ka balundi Gambia. You understand? What make happen no nyadi through a good leadership kana civic educational fena. You understand?
Exactly.
Television so radio so ibe na inactive. But we'll be able to because of we have a dormant leadership. A very weak one indeed. Me along ko became mira fenna to enrich himself aning albebine domola. Alinga bo nyin kono ngabo mira sifa kono. Alinga trying na Gambia Murundi back to the culture. Balu nyaka bete ya wala nyama. Hey Binta, hada madingo fa generally ni bete yata iketa mo kendoti. Ika mol makoy. You live long. Ilafta min neko wala soto. Ya understand. Amanke ko ika mo normal pura la fengode. But honestly, you work honestly for some people. You help them. Koyawolan ibe balula balunya nyimala ilafta min neba sotolale. Gambia, let's wake up. Alingan vote ba usenutanga vote in to State House. I Gambia ta transform. I good foundational law na bankoe be appeal kangal be wala. Foundational mi yalon konta ni misala forever. Allah baraka bake.
Alright, thank you guys. So I guess we're gonna thanks everybody. I guess we're probably just gonna go back to stories or whatever we're doing. Domiro, lose Almaty. Thank you.
Baraka. Thank you. Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, you guys, Domiro just hang on. Fana bu Hamadila Hamad Bopam. Dañoo fa dem ne fa dikk ne fa dukkaane fa sama fanam sa yaahana léegi waaw dañ loo fa soo baytee soose dañ laa fa dikk ne fa dem ma xaw ma ñaadi la ñu ne tam na fa ko ñaata soo ñu bàyyi te di nga xam ne soo bëggee soose jabar wax rek dama bëgg soose jabar ñu know maybe ñu may la asan gis la asan wa mu ne soose dañ dee mel jabar like nobody's business ñu may la soose jabar ba instead nga ut soose jabar nga bëgg yab nit yi fi buda faramaya kamete dambale da basra pour ka diam. I wish I even have his audio. I wish somebody even recorded him. Kunterum ko malamo. The man I wish the Adam Barrow phone use fun at least na ba man call this ali mold this with Adam Barrow. Adam Barrow le man ko useless ngoti ha wo mbason na wala. Adam Barrow man ko kunteri ngoti ha mbason na wala. Adam Barrow le man ko nafikoti mbason na wala. Adam Barrow le man ko dinkur ngoti. President kurungo. A horrible man ko president mbason na wala. Yes. No problem. Man ninka dingo melang ko I record sol mem break mama ni mu be ma a break no Gambia kono te ko le Batman. Man ninko melang ko ila bloodline I'm sure ila fana bloodline obi a ni a be jibe a tele karanta ila fana bloodline obi kono te ko le Batman. Muna wo talal ba. Yo sa du dem nak. Ba pare nga ne danga waaw léegi soo see yóbbu ngay generalize diñu des nga mel ni bëggi fana yooyu noonu fana góor yu rafet sax dama dee gis gaay yow noo ñaawe yow da nga dee misrepresent fana yi sax nga mel ni bukki jëm laqat yebaate ba bëgg a dee mag bu yebaate yo man sax xama dana am doom da nga dee mel ni sa amuloo doom yow da nga dee biiral parce que foog ma ne da nga dee biiral de ah doomi réew foog ma da nga dee biiral am nga doom parce que màgget nga mësuñ na gis sa doom da nga dee am doom da amuloo doom sa fana lifin bi du dee dem ndax sa fana spam bi baaxut ala fana ba fonko ala fana spam mo buka tartaka wa na la hat ba bun kam ala fana spam mambete wa na ala hat ba bun kam Jim. Who's this one? Who's Kiki? Kiki. Oh, I was trying to find out who it is. Sorry. I thought you were someone else. My bad. Breaking news. You didn't. Were you there when Domino was saying that? Did you record him? I don't know if you recorded him. Kiki, do you love me? Okay. Do you guys want to do stories? The one defender Jambe Jilanka and the old lion. It was stupid. Yeah, Jambe phone. So you need a fake account. Do you right? Ini ya Jambe be kunter. Ebana ya Jambe dingo phone jibe aka fale damen ko ate juice wol wol gana ka dia bano video jibe ya Jambe store. Ya Jambe. Ya Jambe ko ni momo lesbian ninge ya kesate kono. Ah, abe sambala 9 foot diple malamindo ah. What youths? I tell APS in calling you more food on a Okay, ya jaba APS manin flake. Ya jaba dunga fenting ako muso beo la tako ako wala gana diata playa domo muso beo ako wala gana diata ate kuma ako wala enjoy ka domo you know but ya gamela hako wala ya mama
a bit later. I'm one of those. I didn't clock into the pandemic, but I just think it's funny how
ako ala lesbian ya ako pandemic time wala ya realize ko tunya ha taka la fe musola so which mean the pandemic was 2020 so 2020 la ya jemba dingo ya realize ko you know be so dia tai la fa atambite you know
it was just sufficient evidence of homosexual activity. So let's look at it because I think it's funny.
Majala who will take me to wherever he decides. And homosexuality would never be accepted in this country. They can call me any name. I care. I don't.
ya jemba kata accept la bari malam fa ba dingo ta accept la nak adim fa ya jemba dingo fa the funny thing about it akaka jibero la fa la anyone website also right ya jemba dingo nyene website do da akaka jibero kala so I'm sure afranka jino jira ka fama you know afala mu boal ti ka fama you know and she just acknowledged that she smokes and drink also. And she just acknowledged that right now in this video. Yep. Which I don't care. That's her business, you know. But her papa, they yebate. Her papa na yebate. You know. European single. Itele gana futa Gambia be konat. Nyamoy kafu furingo. Me an koy mën na fasoro. Me an koy mo hypocrite la de. Me an koy mën bete wala APS single. Dungi tele gana ni comme ni examo tata Gambia comme ni na examo ke pati APRC level last then NPP second to last. Because it's stupid type, but stupidly nyoka. Wana ni tara campaign le buka fen spell correctly. Fal buko no this coming coming APC call ba campaign ka. Itali campaign a lot of wrong spelling so ila board also because ila fansol stupid tal. Mo kunterin ka fola. Kanya mo kunterin ka fo wala APRC. So dem rayo jiko menka ay akaran APRC la bala. Imagine APRC. Let's say not an APRC mi jola patila tribe right? Kabi yaje mi president. Na Gambia GRTS. Jola that are a minority in Gambia. They're a minority in Gambia. How come na titale kono Jola music go da pakar even though I like the Jola dance. Jola dance kinda like lenak. I like that. I like it. It's cute. You know, I love it. But Jola music go da my GRTS kamul fa at some point. Because Nima ke yaje me be fire. So during that time, was that tribalism or not? Because that's tribalism. It's a systematic form. You have to, it's a system. You have to have power and oppress other people. How is a minority in a country dominating the radio station? That's what you call tribalism. UDP fal nana sa office ora kono make sure na GRTS manke maninka music dambati ya mo lafta sulu mbala halal mole ale maninka ding ale surwa din di mola sere lol ala mix jola manjako abedia. Okay, UDP nalfa na kind of the same crime commit. GRTS dambai ka maninka music plate. Okay, al kana ma ko APS sinkol kamanyam. Yela yaje mesoto e faratira yaje me clean sota malbulu e faratira ko ingena mam mo important nga sota dunya kon ni pere ya met etele brave ta ka yabate ke alhamdulillah atele damba ba brave la ka maninga na ale man momo jang ina internet maninga ila try boy boy da palambe to pala kaka palambe to pala nimpereda ni left the tribe for tribe competition no nsa falang nsa keno ila tribe ay muneke Africa continent kono the tribe what did they do in African continent we can compare that. There's no tribe. The Hausa tribe is the biggest tribe in Africa. What Mandinkas did, even the top 10 tribes in Africa, Mandinkal are not even there in terms of numbers. The top biggest tribes in Africa, the top 10 biggest tribe in Africa, Mandinka is not part of it. But what Mandinkas did in the African continent in terms of development, no other tribe did it. So y'all cannot hate on us. It's not gonna, you can hate and be a hater, but you can't, like our credit, you can't mess with it. You can't. Like I said, top 10 biggest tribe, we're not in it. But the work that the Mandinka tribe did in the African continent, no tribe did it. So if you want to be hating on people, I'm on the facet. It's just stupid. Africa phone kono. If we do our DNA until B, if we do our DNA until West African, I believe we're all mixed in terms of DNA. We all share the same DNA. I'm 100% sure until DNA test nina kaya mam jola long na blood ko but I'm sure jola iba after la jail. I'm so manjako na DNA ko na abatar la jail. Na surwa DNA no lone, na fula DNA no lone, na maninka DNA no lone. But I'm 100% sure down the line at some point na manjako nung surwa manjako nung jola aning seril aning what else is there aning sarahulo. I'm 100% sure the blood is inside of me also. So maybe we need to ban tribes in Gambia. Maybe Rwanda will make a na tribe ban mo kana tribe sort. One what is your tribe? Gambia. Africa, we're not gonna have country by tribe. It's not gonna happen. We'll kill it. Like Africa actually, sub-Saharan Africa actually needs to be one country. That's what needs to happen. Sub-Saharan Africa needs to be one country, technically. If we want to go against the Western world, Sub-Saharan Africa needs to be one country. So maybe it's not a bad idea we ban tribes, the name tribe, we ban it. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Niko, what is your tribe? Because I'm Gambian. Abant. Nyame beef la maninko jola serel nyame mbakela na tribeless. So me, the day that Gambia is ready to vote to ban tribes, I will support it. The tribe will be banned. Mbeke Gambia not. Where can the tribe? What's your tribe, Gambia? Abant. Nyame mbanyo kajafila tribe le biye. The ni peda ni mol mafalang ni be respond kang iko itelam problem. Why are you paying attention to them? Why are you responding to them? We have feelings, that's why. We have feelings. It hurts when somebody is unnecessary talking shit about your people. It's not a good feeling. It hurts. Okay. Ndefon ko kana ni wating ko ndefon ko lafta ke burden ko le beef la because of manyako le manyako to tinya kanya manyako to disrespect kanya ndeko kana ni ke burden ko le kana son ko la ka manyako mana de manyako tale be to tinya la wanya be manyako to disrespect la for no reason. Why am I doing that? Because I'm West African. They're my people. Every time in West Africa are my people. So ni ke van ko ka ban manyako disrespect la. I have a right as a West African na law nagal defend. It's just crazy, bro. Domiro me anko. Ako ba fararin ko malam mo. Alla yabate akata lay alla yabate manya akata abulal. Ite bokotorin ko malam mo. Ite ko ite yabate bulal. Domiro alman nim fura la age na yabate atar la je inshallah. Domiro nim fura la age inshallah. Ni alayenso alma alayenso al right? Domiro talbatar la at least $5 million wala ko $5 million billahi wallahi taala. At least $5 million mansion o. Talbatar la relaxing wala ko nina pool ball. Nina bindanol. Nina babysitter soul. Ani na tabir la men ka tabi akadina na domiro. Because nlatam fan na. And mark my word. Nintel fudere tele ejoro. Billahi wallahi tallahi. Inshallah. Nintel berin dunia kono. Nintel laswo. Mbatala men kono. $5 million and up. Value. Is where we're going to be saying that. Eating. While you're sitting here worrying about a tribe. Disrespecting a tribe. Blaming your problem on a tribe. Blaming your failures on a tribe. Ni Halifa Sallah man ke president no Gambia. Did you ask yourself, does he know how to promote himself? Did you ask yourself that? Halifa Sallah every corner in Gambia bank, kadiam every sway bank to try to persuade them. Did he do that? If you fail in life, you gotta blame yourself. Hira Moltano, you blame? Yes, African all the way they vote is horrible. Some people, yes. A lot of African punk, the way they vote is horrible. I can accept that. I can accept some Africans do vote based on tribe. I can accept that. I can accept that a lot of Africans illegally vote. I can accept that. But what we cannot accept is to purposely single out a tribe on a public platform to try to disrespect them, to try to talk down on them, to try to say that they're not normal compared to everyone else. That's not true. Demiro snake so say guiding tribalists. They don't bariya fasa damba. Wala fitami is the same exact thing because wala fitami nunde ube sengeme you complain about sauce. It's the same way sauce time do the same thing. Sauce ag wala when it comes to jiko no ambena jiko ma wala lol nak soka hamte. Gambia sax ñun ñëpp a am su nekkee ne yow Muslims ñun ñëpp a am the same jikko Gambia ñun ñëpp a ko am soose wolof pël manjaako séeréer as long as ñu ngi share the same diina ñun ñëpp a am the same jikko the same way of lifestyle the same iba mo kurungo talla mandinko kono le iba mo beto talla mandinko kono le iba mo kurungo talla fana fano kono le ite sifa mo kuru berekli faradunga ibe sifa talla fana fano kono le iba fana bete majel just like the one member nte la so kono parafnya opposite je pa bi no the head of the household wakeo wo fana fano ibo fana bete ma sifa jela jele melanko until la family ani la family mbasteri nyoka how many years nyana ning imam problem kilin na soto nde fama wol basteri ndam mbama wala sokono opposite je fana swoleng this side fana swoleng this side fana swoleng bari nyana man na swoje ning fana le problem soto maslaha respect nyo kano nkata wani sokon nkata each other la sokon ka domoro ke je wala banas well that's what we have. We love each other. De fana ding kurunding fana useless single fana me anka man think no afane fana me anka ba America how many years am think no afane te mo fana ni pere ele kamfa ita e bo bandi la manding kulka nte ta fana disrespect la because I did it. Nte surwa disrespect la because I did it. Ko ni no gam ban fana disrespect la because I yellow bang kono. Nte the outside of Mbama the person that men kana more on dunia kono jang surwa musole nda jolal fo disrespect la sakant ma menyol bi banyolo kon come on now but he's a punk amu punk la di e fan dof ndila yalla ñane live vele la ko wala yen respond live vele na ko la ko tente yama domiro su nekkee yang fi hanga musna ubis live sa affaire bo nekkon di def na fe ha fi between sobe ak UDP nga def respond ma defa respond this time ñewal hanga luma def dama tok fi ma ut ice guys send number ice let me even look ice can I please have ice's number ice please fak na am na sa tur suma kole ice ko di nga mal gëna def nak dama o ice mané am na ben gamben bo xamné amut kayit dafa yebaat ba bëgg a dee fana la yóbbu ko Gambie mu dem def fana jikkam fo berek la fer astafurlah duma leen wax ne fana nga la duma wax loolu de waaye if you want war we can do war and I'm gonna win soo bëggee war between me and you I welcome it ñu dem ñu xeex man maa win parce que man ice la oil man bilaa wala te dama o ice fii ma wax seen sotu I don't give a fuck because you're an enemy of happiness, enemy of progress. You're a hater. You're disrespectful. You don't know yourself. Kafe muliapla for no reason. Okay, try man. Try ma dega. Obi lives nga ajma. Ma ñëw ma toog ma call ice. Loolu mooy suma respect. Dama ñëw rek toog call ice. But ice, I want to snitch on somebody. His name is Dobireo. Can you please help me? Just send him back to Gabe, please. He needs to go and campaign for Isafa. Budak parang. Anyways, you guys, I'm buffing to the live, but I'll come back later. I'm gonna get off live for now. Later, I'll be back.